Getting close. It's getting close. I'm talking about the end of the week is already here. I mean, talking 48 hours, we'll be in baskets, man. I'm talking basket all the way. You know what, though? As I said yesterday, why do we even trip? I mean, come on, man. We got the better team. We got the better coach. We got a situation where we're at home. Got the crowd up there making it miserable for Aaron Rodgers and his boys to even get anything done, which is really interesting because there is only one element. Oh, let me get right into the health forecast. The 49ers out there in that cold and rainy field in Santa Clara. George Kittle. Of course, you knew there was nothing going to stop George Kittle from playing in this game. Not a thing in the world, right? So here he is standing in front of his press conference people. How would you describe the way your ankle feels, George? George says, I feel fabulous. I feel fabulous. Thanks for asking. What about your ankle? I feel fabulous. Thanks for asking. It's clear George is not interested in talking about his ankle. Let him alone. The dude walked in on his own power without a limp. Apparently he's okay. So, before the media can start saying, George Kittle has an ankle that could be an issue in this particular weekend. If the Packers smell blood, don't start it. The Packers can't do anything with George Kittle. Even if he has a broke leg, he's still going to beat the Packers. George Kittle beats everybody, including the Packers. Oh, I feel so good about George being out on the field. And I got everybody out. I got George out coming down the middle. I got Emmanuel Sanders. He's feeling fine. Debo Samuels has become a new beast that I can't even believe. I mean, it's hard to... Debo Samuels, you know, most rookies come in and they flash at the beginning of the season. And as the season progresses, they seem to get a little worn down, a little tired out. The rookie wall starts to bang on them. Not Debo. Debo progressively got better and better. I cannot wait till Jalen Hurd gets back next year. This receiving core is going to be just absolutely ridiculous. But anyway, that's next year. So let's continue. There's so much more fun today. I'll ask Sherman's got such an attitude right now. Richard Sherman, I guess he works himself into an angry foam when he gets into this situation all the time because we've not seen him like this. We don't know what he was like while he was in Seattle before games, but Sherman's walking around all pissed off. He's snapping at people. His answers are like, what? You ask me a stupid question every time you talk to him. It's hilarious, but I love it because I can tell this is Sherman getting into game mode, which is fantastic for the 49ers. He was asked earlier today, the only receivers that have been targeted more than the Packers, Davante Adams, are the Saints, Michael Thomas, and the Falcons, Julio Jones, right? So they asked Sherm, do you get up for a guy like that? Do you want him on your side? And what goes into that? He said, Sherm said, I don't care either way. I'm trying to win the football game. I'm not trying to win the individual matchups. Individual matchups, I don't really care about them. At the end of the day, it's all about winning football games. He's a great player. He's somebody that we've obviously got to count where he is on the field at all times. But in terms of individual matchups, it means nothing to me. If I'd asked Rich that question, he'd jump to me like that. Rich, man, I'm sorry, man. God, are you okay? Rich, okay, and then asking more questions, right? When is the last time you shadowed somebody on the right side? To which Sherm answered, I don't know. You'd have to go back and look at tape. I've done it a few times, probably Julio in 2016 in the playoffs, probably. They want to ask him another question. You have never lost a conference championship game. I believe that's correct. Is there anything different about preparing for this game? This level of the season as opposed to any other? Not for me. There's nothing different. You've got to get your preparation, like I said before. You've got to go out there and execute. It sounds boring and rudimentary, but honestly, that's what it comes down to. Either you're going to execute or you're not. The people who treat this game as more than what it is, those are usually the people that lose. Sure, boy, he's telling the truth, but it seems to have an edge on it, right? They went on to ask him, you moving to the right side with Minnesota Vikings wide receiver Adam Thielen of the last game? Sherm answered probably if they were in the Pripples or something. And the question continues, it wasn't a scheme thing? No, it wasn't a scheme thing. It was just we were in man coverage. There were two receivers on the field. He was one of the receivers. I had to guard the receiver. He just happened to be on that side. Unquote. Did you mirror former 49ers wide receiver Anquan Bolden when you played the Niners like 5-6 years ago? Yeah, a couple of years ago. That was like 14 or something like that, 13. Yeah, I mirrored him. I've mirrored Cincinnati Bengals wide receiver A.J. Green, Julio a few times. Like I said, we don't draw up the defense. I don't call the defense. Coach tells me what to do, I do it. For me to say, oh, man, I want this guy, I don't really care. Does it help us win the game? Is it going to help the defense? Is it going to help us limit their explosives? Then I'll do it. If it's not, if it doesn't make a difference, if it's better for me to be on the side, then that's what I'm going to do. like I said, Sherman's all pumped up, fam. You know, you can tell that Sherman's fired up. He goes on to say, I love it how people are like, oh, my God, these guys need to do this. I'm going to let you, I'm going to let you know something. You go to your job and you tell your boss what you're going to do and what you're not going to do and see how long you last. Word? At the end of the day, Saleh calls the defense. If Saleh comes to me and says, hey, you follow this guy everywhere he goes, then that's what I'm going to do. If he doesn't, guess what? I'm going to do what he's told me to do. Sherm, I ain't scared of you, man. I'm telling you what, I do want Sherm to float and shadow all over Davante because that's the only real wide receiving threat they have. You'll have cameo appearances from Jimmy Graham, of course, but I got Kowalski back there working that dude. I got quick stepping, jam them up, Quan Alexander and the Hot Boys. So Jimmy Graham, his game, and if I got Sherm taking care of Davante, Mosey can handle anything else they got. I'm not even sure if Mosey can handle Davante, but I do want Sherm on Davante. Mosey to cover anybody else they got, Lazard and all them other comedians they got. Not a problem. See, because the front line is going to make things real miserable for Nair no matter what they do. See, people don't understand. Here's the one thing. Aaron Rodgers and his offensive line saw a version of the 49ers pass rush and it was disastrous. You and I both know when D Ford is involved, that defensive front goes to the next level, and that makes them invincible. There's nothing the Packers are going to be able to do to stop Aaron Rodgers from picking himself up out of the dirt all afternoon long. That's it. And as far as the 49ers offense goes, they can do anything they want to do. That Packers defense, we saw what they did last week against, as I said, a broke down, beat up Hawks team. Hawks were rolling on that team. They were coming back. Imagine a team that's healthy and has a run game that the 49ers have. You see, people can speculate all they want to. They can come up with all kind of angles and start talking about, well, Jimmy Garoppolo could fold underneath this pressure. Jimmy Garoppolo, did you see him fold under pressure last week? Yeah, he made a couple of bad throws. Hell, I doubt very seriously whether Kirk Cousins made every throw was perfect either. So if you're going to depend on Garoppolo throwing a bunch of bad throws, just don't bet any big money unless you got surplus on it. See, because Jimmy Garoppolo's not going to come out there and throw away the game. And the run game the 49ers got, the Packers can't stop it. So you see, about the Smith brothers. Hey, wait a minute. They got the Smith brothers and are the Smith brothers? Yeah, the Smith brothers are the ones. Green Bay's got the Smith brothers, right? Yeah. See, Joe Stanley didn't even play last time. We contained the Smith brothers pretty well. So as I say, this game, the only reason 49ers could lose it is through complacency and like Richard Sherman says, not executing. for an entire 4 quarters. I could actually see spotting the Green Bay Packers 7 to 14 points and still beating them. Last time I felt this way, we got in big trouble. I do feel very confident about this game for a lot of reasons. So, unless like everybody's rotating the rumor, this game is in, the fix is in, the fix is in, the fix is in. They want something resembling what happened 100 years. Oh, God. It's going to have to be real fix in it. And you know what? If there's referees are that good, I'm going to marvel at that. If they can actually make sure they do enough damage to make sure the 49ers cannot stay in a position to win, I'm going to have to laugh. Because go ahead on, y'all. Go ahead on. Because you know what? That was excellent. I don't know how the hell you did it or how you got it to work, but it did. That's all I'd have to say. Because they can't beat the 49ers otherwise. Fam, as I say, should Richard Sherman, would you have him trail Davante and shadow him all day? Or should Sherman stay on his side and let them try to work Mosley? And you know they will. And could the 49ers actually capitalize that by setting up some disguised defenses that when he starts shooting at Davante, all of a sudden somebody, Quan Alexander, Kwaski T, Jimmy Ward, any number of people, come out of nowhere and snatch that stuff and take it right on back to the house. I like the possibilities because if I Robert Saleh, I'd be pondering a whole lot of things. Is he like, tell Rich, you know what? You probably expect me to ask you to take care of Davante Adams. I don't want you to do that. I've got another plan, and this could be even more effective. See? So I'm ready. Fam! Hey, oh. Are we good? We good? Okay. Hey, Brandon the Bucks, we beat the Pack 37-8 without D Ford or Quan. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So if they can come in and fix that, I'll be amazed. Thanks, fam. Brandon, thanks, fam. He said, Okusi Siba. Let me get this. Okusi Siba. Interesting name. Can this game come any faster? I know, right? Please. Guerrero Manguia says, hey, ooh la la. What's his name called me to ask me if I can help him how to beat our Niners? And I say to him, just stop and wish you the best. Cedric Clemens, what's up, fam? Thanks. Hey, Guerrero. Thanks, man. And Cedric Clemens says, 49ers will win the Super Bowl. Ooh. Thanks, Cedric, for the contribution. You know what, though? I don't know. I'm still hesitant. You remember the beginning of the season, I said, man, I don't know, y'all. Super Bowl, are we ready for the Super Bowl already? We just got this team together, man. They got to grow a little bit together. We need a little bit of maturity. I was talking about, like I knew what I was talking about. No, we can't. We win this game, and that's it. We're in the Super Bowl? Really? And we'll win it, too? Need to win it, though, because you don't want to go down through that slide. Perry Howard, I have this feeling that the referees are going to do something dirty. I don't know what they could possibly do that wouldn't be obvious. Mr. Block Ice 2-2, this 49ers chemistry is going so damn well. We got this. We're going for that 6. We should have had it in 13. They wanted Ray Lewis, killer ass, get that last one. Niner Riches, I'm ready for Sunday. I've been losing sleep thinking about this game. You and me both, fam. It's a kid 916. Let's go. Niner Empire. This is what we worked for all year. Let's go get this win. Let's go defense. Let's go offense. Team football. Matt S. Hey, shout out from Bend, Oregon, and Go Niners. Shout out, hey, Ben. And Terry on Sanders. Hey, Rob, I'm in the hospital. Pray I get well. Cherry and I, guys, think some good thoughts for Cherry on. Cherry, I hope we get better between now and this weekend too. Okay, Luis Espinosa, what's up? It's getting closer to our team's mission. A game at a time. The time is now to get it. And shout out to all the Empire chapters from the 559er Empire chapter Visalia, Central Valley, Cali. Let's go ahead. Hey, there's Phil hanging out. First man up. Phil.
Hey, Ronbo.
Hey, Phil.
Little closer.
What?
But I got some ideas for LaFleur for him to call.
Ah, okay.
He could
Go
call. He could call Florio because you would give him some inspiration.
Oh, you saw that today, too.
Florio always votes against the Niners.
Oh,
He
God,
could call Tom Sula and Balky. Because if anybody knows how to make the Niners a loser, it's those two guys.
Woo! That would do it.
But other than that, I don't think he has anybody else to call.
They're just overwhelmed by the 49ers' talent. Phil, I don't know how, and the referees can't even make that look. I don't know how they're going to manipulate the game to maybe call weird passing penalties and things like that. I can't imagine. What can they do?
Here's the thing that I get. I watch the media and I just kind of cringe every once in a while when they talk about Aaron Rodgers and all this. But the game is won and lost in the trenches, and our trenches are better than their trenches, and we'll dominate the game on the line of scrimmage. And there's no way that you can scheme that. There's no way you can change that. We're just going to dominate up front, and the rest will play into our hands. So that's why I think this game
too
is
strong. You know, I don't know what they're going to do at home. They don't even have a home field advantage. I mean, it's so
thing. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers does not play well on the road.
And he hasn't looked the same in the last 2 seasons, Phil. Aaron Rodgers didn't look good last year, and he looks okay this year, but that's not the Aaron Rodgers that used to scare people to death.
Yeah, and the other thing is, I'm kind of happy that they're finally noticing the 49er fans and how loud we were.
Yeah, they are saying a lot
against
about
the
that.
Vikings, because Chris Sims actually mentioned it, that we were as loud as Seattle. So he goes, yeah, it was pretty loud in there for that game against the Minnesota Vikings. So pretty happy about that. The only thing that concerns me now is the weather.
Yeah,
the rain could play a factor.
Yeah, it's not Sunday yet, and it's pretty inconsistent weather down this time of year anyway. So
yeah. Well, it's raining. At least I'm hearing it on my window. So
no, it's cold out there too. They worked out in that condition, in that weather too. Weatherman told them it'd lighten up a little bit later on in the day. I guess it did. Phil, I haven't looked at any weekend forecast yet, though. Does it look like we're gonna have rain all week?
I don't know. I haven't looked either. So. And I can't tell you because I have it right in front of me. So.
It's probably too soon anyway, though. They'll probably wait until maybe at least Friday to start making tomorrow, make that forecast. But, Phil...
But I'm hoping the field's in good shape so that we can run the ball. If we can run the ball, I don't see them running against this.
Yeah.
And, I don't like the idea. I'd just put Sherman on the right side like he's normally.
Keep him there? Yeah.
Normally does. And just if E-Man's going up against Davante Adams, I think E-Man can take him. And if he needs some help from Jimmy Ward, well, we'll just have a little help over there. But I don't think we need to really worry about their run game. I think with Quan Alexander in the game and Dre and Fred, they can stop the run. Have D Ford and Bosa go straight after Rodgers. Don't take the fake, and just if he fakes the play action, just go after Rodgers and let the boys behind him to stop the run, and then you got Ward over there that can help on Davante Adams, and I think Jakarski can take Jimmy Graham one-on-one, and voila.
He's done it before, so. Well, yep. Phil, great stuff as per usual. Phil, I'm going to see you tomorrow as we will return. It's a group hug all week this week. All right.
Yep.
All right, Phil.
All right, Ronbo. Take care.
Thanks, Phil. Have a great night.
Bye.
Hey, Rich, are you serious? I haven't talked to Rich.
Ronbo.
I ain't seen Richie Rich in I don't know how long. Hey.
Ronbo, you know me. I show up, you know what I'm saying, unexpectedly, Ronbo, but I'm always watching. I'll be in the chat, Ronbo. I'm always in the chat. And my name's Daddy-O up in there. I'm always in the chat talking smack.
Wait, what's your name in the chat?
Daddy-O.
Daddy-O. Yeah, Rick, I'm glad you're in there, man, because, we got some people coming in the chat these days. They know they ain't right. I'm glad y'all in there to deal with them, man. Good.
Yeah, you got different fans. The Cowboy fans in there last night. They always come up here. I'm like, man, get your asses about our chat, man. You shouldn't be talking smack. Go sit down in a rocking chair with your boys and stuff.
Ain't it the truth? I mean, they are so out of it.
Hey, you know what I mean? So, man, I ain't got time for no. Yeah, but I called because I know I want to speak up on something, Ronbo.
Go ahead.
And all week, man, because I record a lot of shows, the Pro Football Talk, Get Up, all that. And all these channels, the Packers this, the Packers that. And now I understand why they're talking about the Packers, only due to we smacked them around last time. So it's like, what we're going to say about the Niners, how they can get better. Well, you know how we can get better? We was okay on offense. We wasn't dominant on offense, if you want to be technical. You know what I'm saying? Our defense really controlled that game. Our offense just made a few plays. You see what I'm saying? So we can get better on offense and dominate. So, you know what I mean? But all week, the Packers that. It's this one YouTube channel that I watch. These people, they do like over under and all that and predictions.
Right.
And as a matter of fact, they be on Fox Sports. Matter of fact, I forgot what it is. They be doing like daily wagers and all that stuff. And
I've seen that show. They got a girl host, right? A lady host.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all three guys
got two
up there said, Niners going to dominate. I said, that's what I'm talking about. Some real talk right here. You know what I'm saying?
Gambling people ain't going to play with this, Richie.
Exactly.
It's all them other clowns. But gambling people know. Don't put no money on the Packers.
I'm going to bring you back to the great old times, Ronbo. I was 17. And I'm bringing you back to a particular year during the apex of the Niners-Cowboys rivalry. This was 93. I'm going to give you specifics. This is what these two teams remind me of, at least for this year. The Cowboys came into the regular season. We came in there, because that was our rival at the time. It was a up-and-coming rival. And they beat up on us. They were the more faster team. They were the more physical team. They beat us 26-17. Okay. So we say we're gonna get them again. You're not a fan. I'm sure you was this way at that time. We're gonna see them again in the playoffs. And what happened? We seen them again in the title game. What happened, Robbo? They dominated us up front. They dominated us and beat us 38-21, and they smacked Steve Young around. This is what this reminds me of. These two teams, our team in Green Bay. That's what that reminds me of. We're the more dominant team. Period. If we lose this game, it's because we made plenty of mistakes.
Weird mistakes or something. Exactly. I fully agree. And they keep trying to paint this picture like it's going to be an upset. What? How? Oh.
Listen, we got Aaron Rodgers' number. We beat him with Alex Smith. We beat him with Colin Kaepernick. And now we beat him and at that time we had a dominant defense. So you know Green Bay during that time, that was 5, 6 or so years ago. You know what I'm saying? 7 years ago or whatever. So Green Bay coming into here, they got a few guys, they got a little toughness, but they're the same old team. They're finesse. They're not physical.
You can beat them up. And the 49ers, they can play power football and beat you up, or they can get crafty and start floating and stinging like a bee. That's why I say, man, this game, people trying to make this out to be something it ain't going to be.
Ronbo, they got to, you got to sell it, Ronbo. You got to sell it. That's how I look at it.
And that's what they're trying
to
do.
You know what I'm saying? You don't want to say, the Niners going to come in here and beat them. Still going to have some people say that, but most majority of people will be like, man, we got to say, hey, the great Aaron Rodgers, this and that and the third. Listen, I respect Aaron Rodgers. He don't pump no fam. And I'm going to tell you now, it's not like the dude is undefeated in the playoffs. He lost plenty of playoff games.
True.
So, come on now. You know what I mean? We make it seem like, this dude is undefeated, or he's at least, his record is like Tom Brady's record.
Right. Aaron's won one Super Bowl, and at some point somebody needs to point out the fact how many times he's left the playoffs. So,
Yeah. But I remember one year they was 15-1. They played the Giants. Giants went up there and beat them in Lambeau Field.
See?
You know what I mean?
Richie, I'm going to come back tomorrow. Richie, back in here tomorrow, and I'll be looking for you.
Yeah, I'm going to come see you. If I don't see you tomorrow, I'm definitely going to see you Sunday night after the game. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming up in here and talking smack after we bust that tab.
Yes, indeed. And talk about Mike Florio. I'll be looking at you. I'll be watching for you in the chat, too.
Yes, sir. All right, Rob, I'll holler at you, brother.
All right, Richie.
You have a good night.
Glad to hear from you, fam. Night.
Yes, sir.
And there he is, Cujo. Bob Jobby. Here's the $2. I don't hate you every stream. Cujo. Thank you, fam. Oh, God. And Dollar Bill Will.
Ronbo, what's cracking, man?
Oh, Will, man. I'm watching Richard Sherman during the press conference. Richard Sherman, makes you crazy just watching him. He's got his eyes is all wide open. They could call him in for another drug test. I just know it. His eyes is all bright, wide open. He's jumpy. He's getting mad at people for asking silly questions. Some of the questions wasn't silly. Richard just made it sound like they were silly. And, I've said, but Rich, I think, man, just JJ, I'm thinking maybe Phil's right. Ain't no point in making Davante feel like he's special. Rich ain't got to guard him. He can just make a mistake and get on the wrong side of the field. And I got Mosley over there anyway. Mosley ain't no chump. Let him go on over there. I like it.
Well, Ronbo, man, I'm just gonna put it like this, straightforward. I understand these media outlets, man. I already seen this coming from a mile away. Oh, the game ain't gonna be the same. The Packers gonna do this, do that. It's not gonna be dominant as it was. I mean, I can understand that. I mean, when you play a team twice, the challenge becomes a little more difficult, but
Yeah.
man, Packers ain't got no firepower, man. They ain't got no firepower in the trenches. They don't have firepower with their skill sets, man.
Yeah.
They really don't.
Yeah.
I mean, when you see the Packers play Seattle in that playoff game, the only person you saw was Davante Adams. I mean, Aaron Jones made a few plays here and there, but mostly it was all about Davante Jones. And Seattle was still putting pressure on Rodgers. I mean, Rodgers was on the run still. I mean, but Seattle defense is not like our defense, man. Yeah, the Packers won the rest of that game. The rest of that games after they played us. But this is what we do to teams. Teams play other teams and dominate. When they play us, we beat them up, and then when they go back to playing other teams, they dominate. But that's the thing, man. We too dominant on the offensive side and defensive side of the ball. You know what I'm saying? And the worst part is we wasn't even that healthy when we dominated them. Now they got to deal with D Ford and Quan Alexander.
And D Ford makes that defensive line just turn into a whole different beast. See, that's
when you put D Ford on the field, man, you create one-on-ones for Buckner, Bosa, and Armstead. That's a problem, man. That's a big problem. And then you got Quan Alexander, who I consider one of the most athletic, most best linebacker when it comes to coveraging. I mean, come on, man. I'm telling you, man. Then you got Emmanuel Mosley out there too. I'm telling you, man. And then on top of that, the Packers rank in the mid-20th in rush defense. We can run on them. We can put the ball on the ground. We can put the ball in the air. I mean, I don't know why. And then Matt LaFleur want to call Sean McVay. That ain't gonna help. We dominated his ass.
Man, he would have did better to call his mama. Come on, man. He can't help you. He can't help himself. So I'm liking this.
We dominated his ass. I mean, come on, man. That is not going to help you, man.
Come on.
Okay, they saying, okay, this is what you can do to the 49ers. Get the ball out quick out of Rodgers' hand. Do rollouts.
Everybody says that.
Yada yada. Yeah. But you can't do that all game. You can't do that all game.
Remember, Jared Goff tried to.
You're gonna have to run it. You're gonna have to run it. I mean, it's like you between four walls and closing in on you. There's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to hide. And that's how it's going to be, man. I mean, don't get me wrong. I respect Aaron Rodgers, man. Trust me, I do. I respect Aaron Rodgers.
I do too. We're not being disrespectful. We're just telling the truth.
We just tell like that. And then you got these media outlets. I don't know what world they're living in or what low grade dope they smoking. They thinking they're gonna come in just like take over.
They try to make it Rodgers versus Garoppolo. Jimmy's bringing a gang. He go gang bang beat you up. Nine and stop. He ain't got to be Aaron Rodgers versus Jimmy. He ain't ready for that. He may be in 2 years, but he ain't ready for it now. So Jimmy's gonna use all his weapons and beat you up. That's all there is to it. And looking for him to throw interceptions all day. Don't bank on that.
Exactly. And one more thing, Ron, before I get off, because I know you got other call away. I'm gonna tell you something, man. Matt LaFleur, man, Kyle Shanahan made sure you everything was on the staff, but he haven't taught you everything.
That's what they do.
You gonna see some things out there that he didn't teach you.
Yep. And
it's gonna break your heart.
Yeah,
all right, Ronbo, I gotta go.
All right, fam. I'll see you tomorrow. Will.
All right, man. Take it easy.
All right, fam. And we go to the book of Eli. Eli's standing there. Eli's down at the corner. What? Eli?
Ronbo.
Yeah.
Ronbo.
Eli, you escaped
Ronbo, let me tell you something.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. I feel legendary tonight.
Do you really?
I don't know. Yesterday I was going nuts. Okay. But now, since this guy called me trying to ask me if I can tell him how to beat our Niners, I just thought, you know what? Just stop. Just stop, homie. Now I woke up. Yeah. I realized that, Rumble, this is our year. Yes. This is our time. We're ready to shine.
Time for the 6.
That's it. No more listening to the freaking broadcasting, analyzing. Analyze this, I should say. Analyze this, man. Niners are the world champions. That's it. That's it.
Hey,
I'm out
Eli,
of this.
we're gonna have to go 2 weeks though. Of this week we got to hear about the big upset that's coming up.
Preparation.
But the thing is, 2 weeks before they're gonna still pump up whoever wins the AFC. Well, the 49ers may have come to the end of their road as they got through a weak NFC. Oh, I can already hear it, Eli. A weak NFC.
Come on.
And, we can't get no love or respect.
Oh yeah, it's like you say, Rumble. Let them talk, man. I got that from you last night. I woke up in the middle of the night telling my wife. I was like touching her back, like saying, "Baby, am I awake? Am I asleep? Baby? Man, my wife wasn't in my bed. She was up there in the living room. Hey, Rumble, I'm going nuts here now. But now I am. I just woke up legendary now. Rumble, legendary. Oh, yeah,
you were having an out-of-body experience. Next thing you know, Eli, you're gonna wake up inside Levi's Stadium one of these nights, man. You're not gonna know how you got there. It's gonna be only you sitting in the stands. We've all had the stream, Eli. If you haven't had it yet, wait till it comes up. You're gonna be in there hollering and screaming. You're gonna see things nobody else can see. Touchdown!
Yeah. in the middle of the field. That's right. In the middle of the
Eli,
field.
you will be butt naked. It'll be freezing and raining, and you won't feel any pain.
Oh yeah, even the wolves are eating me up and shit. Oh yeah. Well, that's all right, Rumble. But you know what?
Yeah.
I already woke up feeling faithful now.
There you go.
I asked the Lord, thank you for giving me another day in paradise. This is our year, Rumble. That's it. No
Phil
more
Collins.
negativity.
No, I know. And, I'll be glad when this game is over because I'm tired of hearing these people. You know what? I suggest that we all lighten up on Mike Florio, some of these other guys. And Mike Florio's all pumped up. He said, you know what they can do? Aaron Rodgers can do this. His face is all lit up. I'm sitting looking at him. What is wrong with you, man?
Man, you know
why
what?
do you...
Rumble. Now I get it. They're doing that so they can get those people trying to bet against the Niners. That way Vegas can win. Or I don't know what the hell they're doing. I don't know, to be honest. But you know what? We're legendaries. We are going to win this Super Bowl. Last Super Bowl, they did it because of Ray Lewis. Bull crap. Refs. They were refs. They were there. And they seen the way they pulled Mr. What was his name? Crabtree down. They hold them down.
An insane word.
Super Bowl.
Eli, I tell you what. Here's the thing they got to avoid, though. The 49ers need to get that game gap far enough at the end so the refs cannot make a damaging call. So the 49ers need to be leading by at least 14 going to the final minutes of the game. I'm hoping.
Oh yes.
So,
Anyway.
Oh
yes. Just like they did the first time we met. Just do the same
beat them
thing.
in that fashion.
But
Eli,
anyway, Ronbo, well, thank you for taking my call. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
I love your show, man.
Thanks,
I love your
man.
show. I'll call you tomorrow, man.
Be
I'll call
looking
you
for
tomorrow
Eli.
and see where I'm at sleeping.
All right, fam. And you can tell us the
Ronbo.
adventures of Eli Dreams.
Good night. Good night, Ronbo. Take care.
Good night, Eli.
God bless, man.
Thanks, man. And let's go check out 49er Brian Duncan.
Ronbo. Greetings from the great state of Montana, named after the greatest quarterback of all time, Joe Montana.
There you go. You have to wonder which came first.
Joe did. Not Tom Brady. Sorry, you're not the GOAT, dude. Joe Montana.
And we have to hear that all the time, too. Tom's a Bay Area boy. We all love him. I don't know that he's better than Joe, though. I don't see that.
God, did Joe ever have drones flying around, cheating and spying on the dang Bengals of all teams? Come on.
And Brian, also, you watch the play on the field. Brady's good, but but Joe was just amazing in certain plays. I mean, Joe be running around and he'd just be looking like the thing was over and find somebody. So, I'm just, Joe's just another animal.
Oh, and he's picking us to win the Super Bowl, Ronbo. How cool is that?
Joe?
You know?
Well, he
Yeah.
should. Can't imagine him saying
Yeah.
anything else. Yeah. So,
Hey, I'm done with the media. I am just done with the media BS. I'm not listening to anybody anymore. You cut the media out of your life. I've noticed that your life is better, actually.
less stress, right? Yeah. Hey, you know what? That's true, though.
Just go cut Rombo Sports out of your
But
life.
no, you know,
That's
because
what-
I'm
just
here to
keep
take. We're
Rombo.
here to do the truth, and you keep watching. It does, Brian. It does stress you out when you get through looking at those videos. Don't you have this pissed off feeling? I don't like feeling like that, and it takes me hours to get over it.
Yeah, I'm a big guy. I mean, I'm not. I would love to just get in an octagon with Florio or Stephen A. or any of those guys. I mean,
Body
it'd
slam
be
him.
my pleasure. Yeah, God, I would just. I've had dreams of me just body slamming Stephen A. like 30 times, but
God.
oh my
But
God,
Stephen A's that guy you want to throw him, bounce him off the ropes. You know they run across the ropes to build up momentum and speed, and then all of a sudden hit him with that shoulder and watch him hit the floor really fast and hard.
yeah.
Ooh,
After,
God, I get such a
after
rush on
we,
that.
I can't wait to see the memes of Stephen A. getting busted up by a Niner player or something. It'll be hilarious.
George Kittle with the stinger.
What I wanted to talk about, which our lousy media is not talking about, all they're saying is how Green Bay has won 5 games since we
6.
dominated them in a row.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, hey, let's talk about those teams that they played. Okay. So
Detroit.
Green Bay, after they got destroyed by us, played the Giants. Horrible team.
That's one. That's one song.
Then they played Redskins after that.
Everybody beats the Redskins.
Won by 7.
Yeah.
Redskins, horrible team.
Mm-hmm.
Then they played the Bears after that. Oh my God, I don't even want to talk about the Bears.
I mean,
Not
the
even
Bears,
worth talking about the
Bears
Bears.
have been done since week 3. Right. Well, who's next?
Right. Vikings. They beat them by like 13 points. Then they played barely beat the Lions.
Yeah.
Okay, so
they have to come from behind, from what I
5
understand.
wins.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, of course, Seattle, they played Seattle last week, and Seattle almost came back, in my opinion. Could have won the game.
And had they not put in the wild card, we'd have to deal with them had last week because they would have beaten the Packers had we, So, this is all very comical stuff.
I think my point is they're not that tough.
They're not.
They haven't played anybody tough. Actually, the role should be reversed. Green Bay should be being talked as we are all year. Like, we haven't played anybody tough. We don't know we don't know our quarter. Come on, you need to switch the story around.
They do, man, because the 49ers just went through pure hell before now, and we're not getting any.
Yeah.
They're not saying anything about what the 49ers just endured, so that's fine. But,
I mean, I don't think Green Bay could have had any easier slide into this game than any other team. I mean,
Brian, they would
just
not have
ridiculous
beaten
to talk.
Action Jackson. They would have not beaten the Saints. Who else do we have to deal with? They
Falcons. The Rams. I think the Rams are a better
probably
team
would've
than
beat 'em.
Green Bay are.
Yeah.
The Rams are way better than the Packers are. I mean, and then of course we played the Hawks. That was a fluke. And
Yeah. Well, the Hawks almost. If the Hawks been healthy, they would have won last week. Brian, we got to go. I'll look for you tomorrow. We will return. All right.
Okay. Have a good night, Ronbo.
You too, Brian. Okay. I was going to ask him how the weather is out in Montana. That's got to be really cold right now. Hey, this just in. I love to do that. Oh, just in.
Can I get a statement in? Can y'all stop with the conspiracy theories, please? Can y'all?
Yeah, I'm done with that.
Stop it already.
I don't even entertain those. Yeah, come on, man.
Stop it already. God damn. Stop it already. I've heard like 5 last night. I heard like 5 calls with this. Oh, the 100 series, the 100 years. I'm like, y'all need to shut up already.
Did you see on Twitter? Did you see on Twitter? There are all kinds of theories. There's even some people have it all diagrammed as how it's going to take place. I said, man, come on, man. Y'all, you made that up.
And one more thing. To every person who covers sports, please stop bringing up that Aaron Rodgers grew up a San Francisco fan. We all know this. We've been knowing this for how many years? You all need to keep reminding us every single time he's in an interview, man. That's like, what? Like,
Well, see, that's to let you know, Justin, he's all pissed off and he's coming back a man on a mission of revenge. See, he's still angry. He wants to come back and show everybody that you guys should have picked me, you know?
it's just pointless. Every single interview. Oh, you know, a group of 49 friends always wanted to play for 49ers.
And they,
You got to remind us every single day, man.
And Justin, don't you love the picture of him in his 49er pajamas? Everybody had 49er pajamas as a kid. Tom's got some. Aaron's got some. You know, the draft is what it is, okay? Can we go move on?
You don't see Tom Brady doing that. You don't see Tom Brady bringing that up every single interview.
Mm-hmm. So.
No, you don't. So shut up already. Like, I'm sorry. I'm getting so annoyed.
It's okay. You sound like Richard Sherman. Richard Sherman's Richard Sherman's like that right now, too. He's all on edge. I can see him now walking into – he's probably even in his own house. Richard, are you home? What? Don't it look like I'm home? Why you always ask me these questions? Rich, it's game time. I know I got some hot cocoa in here for you. Calm down. You'll be okay. It's only the Packers.
Yeah. And I will say, Ronbo, you're right. I'm giving Jimmy Ward credit. He's played lights out this year, and I will be purchasing a Jimmy Ward jersey by the end of this week. I will be purchasing it.
I respect that. I really respect that. Most everybody said good things about Jimmy recently, so it's okay. But yeah.
Yes. So there you go. He's played lights out, and I will be honoring my debt. And Big Show, you better honor that as well. I don't want to do purchases as well. You know, in the chat. I want to see you buy a Bosa jersey. I'm buying a Jimmy Ward jersey.
Is Big
you
Show?
You have to honor your debt by buying a Joseph.
Wait, Justin. Is Big Show anti-Jimmy Ward, or is he not?
Yes,
is he?
He was.
He is, isn't he?
Yes, he was.
Yeah, okay. He wanted to draft a safety, didn't he? Well, all the people wanted to draft a safety are kind of quiet. You know what, though?
I did.
Instead of Mitch Wisnowski. We got a good deal. They know what they're doing.
Yes. Speaking, I know we are right now almost on now. I think whatever what happens this season, whatever what happens with Super Bowl or anything, I don't think we stay in the first round. I think we trade out in the first round and get our picks back because I really don't see us staying in the first round.
May as well. We don't. Do we need
so
we don't
many
need
little
round,
picks?
We don't really need a first round. That's a good point. We don't need that. We need a
see
second
us
and third
taking
round
anybody
pick.
in the first round.
Yeah.
Yes. Because we don't have a second.
But Justin, we're going to be in the 30s. What is our pick going to be worth? Anyway, we'll see when that day comes. We're going to talk about that more later on in the offseason.
Yeah.
All right.
And all I know is let's go Niners. Let's get to work. All gas, no brakes. Let's be humble, everybody. Whatever happens, we win. Let's be humble because we've been down before. We've been down as the Ravens 2012, the Ravens game where we were excited. We got excited.
Yeah. Now, don't go down that rabbit hole because we'll be talking all day on that.
Yes.
But anyway, hey, all right, fam.
Yes.
I'm going to see you tomorrow, and we'll see what develops between now and tomorrow. All right?
Yes, sir. And enough with the conspiracy theories. Next caller, don't even talk about conspiracy theories. I swear. Yes. I'm listening. Stop it already.
George Kittle will be kidnapped minutes before the game. All right, Justin. See you tomorrow. Oh, God. Let me go there and see. And Jordan Parent, thanks, Jordan, for that contribution, fam. Seattle Niners faithful is meeting. Alex and company. Jordan. Guys, anyway, Seattle Niners faithful is meeting at Eden, Seattle. So that's Eden, E-D-E-N, Eden. Eden, Seattle, Sunday at 2 p.m. Because I'll be there along with several Niner fans from the NFC West War Zone Facebook page. That's at the NFC West Warzone Facebook page. And I imagine you'll see Jordan there, too. And if you have any more questions, you can hit him up there. But Seattle Niners Faithful has got their own website as well. And all over social media. That's Seattle Niners Faithful. All right. Big shout out, Seattle Niners Faithful. My boy, Alex. Kevin A., thanks for that contribution, fam. Can't wait for Sunday. Love you, Rob. Thanks, Kevin. Shucks. And we roll down to the Southeast, Florida way, where the buildings are painted those great colors. Oh my! Flint Dade City!
Ronbo, What's going on, Ronbo?
Omar, last time we called and we had Omar like out like a light, man. I'm sorry we went to, because I know you have to get up really early to go to work.
Yeah, because I actually took a nap and I was actually off. So when I was taking a nap and I woke up, I think you guys passed me. So
I know you know, because
it's all good, man. You know what I
how
mean?
do naps go? You go. You think you're taking a nap. You're just gonna rest your eyes, and you go into an immediate coma.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about, man. I do it all the time.
Yeah. I just dozed off and then I woke up and I heard your voice and I woke up and it was still you talking to somebody. So I figured I got skipped. It's all good, man.
Good to hear from you, fam. Hey, tell you what.
Man,
Okay. The
yes, sir.
deal is Aaron Rodgers got one weapon that really impresses people, and Devante Adams. Would you suggest the 49ers have Richard Sherman just to make sure everything's secured? Have Sherman take him out of the equation, and we just go ahead and romp to a ridiculous lead.
I honestly think that they should lock him down. Don't even take any chances. He is a good receiver, but we did kind of shut him down the last time we played, okay? Listen, man, we're a much more physical team. It's like the other caller said, don't even bother listening to the media. The media is biased. They're trying to make it Jimmy G versus Aaron Rodgers.
I know,
it's not
man.
Jimmy G versus Aaron Rodgers. It's the Packers versus the 49ers. The 49ers, it's a team game. We have a way better team. You know it. I know it.
And
it's
the
not even
Packers
about
know
being
it.
cocky. It's just about,
Yeah.
it's about knowing football. Listen, man, the football gods know. Everybody knows we have the better team. It's not about Aaron Rodgers versus Jimmy Garoppolo. That is not even it. It's a team game. It's not like golf. You know what I mean? It's not like that. It's not an individual sport. It's not boxing. It's a team game.
That's
So
right.
we have the better team. We have the better line. We definitely have the better linebackers. I mean, that's obvious.
And the
we have
attitude.
everything better.
Yes, indeed.
We have the coaching. I mean, do you know? You have any
and that's
idea?
a huge advantage,
what
right?
Kyle Shanahan is going to scheme these guys?
Versus his student.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what it
and
comes
then you
down
gotta
to.
try to call, man, you got to call somebody else to do your job. That sounds stupid. And then they had Aaron Rodgers on a podcast trying to ask Brett Favre, what should I do? What the hell do you think you should do, you dumbass? What do you should jackass? And what should I do? Come on now.
He should do like the Godfather. Slap him. I want you to be a man.
You come ask me a favor at my daughter's wedding. That is so funny right there.
Such a classic scene. We're going to really apply that to this, too. Stop crying.
It's not like
they won't let me have the part.
It's not like Jimmy G is asking Joe Montana questions.
I know, man. Come on, guy. Jesus.
That shit sounds funny, man. It's like the actual guy said, you asked me a favor at my daughter's wedding. That's funny, man. Listen, man, that's pretty damn hilarious. Listen,
Well,
man,
funny thing, it worked because the producer, the guy who was directing that film later, found that dead horse's head in his bed, and he gave his godson the part.
Yeah,
so sometimes,
man,
sometimes that works.
It's supposed to be for a lead role. Yeah, but it's supposed to be a lead role in the movie, and then he ended up getting the part. I think it was Frankie Valli. I forgot his name or something like that. I just watched that movie 2 weeks ago.
Oh, Godfather,
listen, man.
I can't tell you how many times I've watched that movie. Every time I watch it, I watch it intensely. Every time the same way. I'm knowing all the lines now. I'm going along with it. I love that movie. It's my favorite of all time. God, I love that movie.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I'll tell you something, Ronbo, man. Hey, listen. Hopefully, we're going to win Sunday. Hopefully, we can win the Super Bowl. And then I'm going to go on my cruise and see my Niner players on the cruise.
There you go.
It's going to be an awesome day.
Let's
go Niners and let's whip some ass, man. Let's just silence all these doubters. I'm tired of hearing these guys talk.
Can't wait, fam. Hey, go ahead and get some rest. I'll be back tomorrow. I'll be looking for you, huh?
Yes, sir, man. God bless you, Rombo. I love all the Niner faithful. I'll give a shout out to all the Niner faithful out there, and I love your show, Rombo. Thank you for the platform you're giving us. I love your show, man.
Thanks.
You're killing it. Have a great night, brother.
You too. Night, Omar. Dade City chapter. Big shout out to you too. Hey. And anyway, now Eric Meiser says if NFL is fixed, wants money, you'd think they would want the Niners in the Super Bowl, right? That's what I said yesterday. Because most people's favorite games this year were our games, Hawks, Ravens, Saints, right? Because whoever wins the AFC, the Packers can't do anything with them. The Packers are having trouble. How they got here, I kept thinking the Hawks were the most fraud team in the playoffs this year, but it may be the Packers. I could have been wrong on that. Because the Packers they're sliding by. They're playing exactly the right teams to get where they are. And they're barely beating those teams. I mean, they had to come from behind against Detroit. Are you serious? And then last week they beat a tired, without half the personnel Hawks team. And so, it doesn't really make any sense. Hey, Tyler. Eric, thanks for that contribution, fam. Tyler.
Ronbo, my mother-bugging dude.
Tyler, this is good you came in tonight because I know you got some observations on what's going on now. I didn't mention Richard Sherman's all pumped up right now, and people are asking should he be shadowing Davante. And Rich says, "Listen, I'm gonna do what they tell me to do. If they tell me to shadow Davante, I'll shadow him. Do you go to your job and say I'm the man to do that?" Rich, it was just a question. These guys are pumped up. It's really funny. Somebody's gonna get hurt this weekend. But would you ask Rich to shadow Davante?
I would just listen to the coaches, man. Honestly. Now, I want to talk about something. I said in the offseason, this pass rush, you can't have, people were, looking at our pickups, and I said Bosa, D. Ford, DeForest Buckner, and Eric Armstead all together was going to be a problem. That's going to be huge. And then the Quan Alexander pickup with Fred Warner, I was like, this defense is ready to take the next step. I said, this pass rush is going to be nasty. We are on the doorstep of a Super Bowl. Do you realize that?
I do.
We are literally right there against a team that we crushed.
Tyler,
now, obviously, the players have to look at that different.
Tyler, I have one question on some of the things you saw. Did you know that Quan was going to be okay? He heals quickly, doesn't he? I thought he was going to be like 3 or 4 games into the season. That guy was ready on week 1. So you saw that coming. Amazing on you.
Yeah, I mean, it's huge. And we're on the doorstep of a Super Bowl, and guess what? I really believe we're going to get there, and I believe we're going to win it. And I'll tell you why. We have been through so much these past few years. We got a heartbreaker in the Super Bowl, heartbreaker in the NFC Championship. We missed the playoffs for years. We've been an embarrassment for years. Shanahan came in. He rebuilt this team. He's been drafting extremely well, which bodes well for our future. He's a Patriot to do that same thing. And I think Belichick really likes Shanahan. He gave him some advice at the Combine a couple of years ago. So it's going to be huge. I think we're going to win the Super Bowl because we've been through so much these past few years, and I think it's just bound to happen.
Yeah. And we went through a lot, so we can appreciate this more. It's like being poor forever and all of a sudden hitting the lottery and getting all this money. But I got to tell you, Tyler, this team's built going forward to continue to grow. And, we're going to lose players because we can't afford to keep them all, which is really going to be a scary time for us. That's our next bad time, We're going to be sitting there reading all the media, blah, 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 and set to hit free agency. The 49ers have offered. And no. I could already see that anxiety coming. Well, you know what?
But then they pick up a gem in the draft, and then we're all right,
That's true, maybe. That's the way Bill Belichick does. He doesn't care. I mean, guys leave Belichick, and they come back a couple of seasons later. It's amazing,
I'm telling you, man, I don't know what Jalen Hurts is going to be. I think he'll be good. But you got to also remember, Shanahan said that Trent Taylor was going to be a guy that catches 80 to 90 balls.
He was the best guy in camp. I can't wait. See, this is what I'm saying. You got Trent Taylor, Jalen Hurts, we don't know a lot about, but we know Taylor's going to be good. And then Debo's with
Jalen Hurts is going to be a red zone threat.
Oh, God.
And then you got Debo Samuel taking a second-year step. That's going to be huge because he's breaking out at the end of this year. So, this team – I want to win this Super Bowl, and once that happens, I can say, okay, obviously I want us to try to repeat, but winning one in my lifetime, that's all I want to see. My dad never got to see that. He was a Vikings fan. So, I mean, I want to see my team win a Super Bowl, and then after that, I'm not going to say I don't care what happens because I want us to keep going,
You're gonna have an appetite. You're gonna have an appetite for more, especially if the team is still made up like these guys are a bunch of young guys we got on this team. So you got to figure that team should have the potential at least a 3 to 4 year window. So.
Yeah, and then Colin Cowherd did this video, and he said Jimmy G is all that he would want in a quarterback, and he said these are the reasons why. He said, "Do you remember the days when a 21-5 record would be enough?" He goes, "A guy that just plays well, takes care of the game, and comes through in big moments. You remember when that was enough?" He goes, "Jimmy G is probably never going to be a stat guy, but he said he comes through in big moments."
And that's why you can turn all those things off because Jimmy G is still developing. Tyler, we really got to stop though here. We'll be back tomorrow because we'll be back every day this week, and I'll be looking for you. Okay. All right. Hey, Dion.
What's going on, brother?
D, man, we actually need to have these meetings now to escape the world that's trying to crush us with, y'all need to look out, man. Aaron Rodgers ain't gonna get beat down twice by no four. Hey, what do you guys? He doesn't have a magic wand. He's not a genie. What is he gonna come in and ding, turn to poo-poo Niners? No, he's got to come in and play. So, but Dion, jump on this, man. Anything you want to go with, and be sure to address the issue about Richard Sherman. Is Davante Adams, is he worth Sherman's time, or should we just leave our defense alone?
This is the whole look. I watched Richard Sherman's his presser today, far as his news conference. And do you know what he said? You show me somebody else in this crowd that's gonna go in and tell their boss what they're doing at their job and see how long they last. The man does exactly what he's supposed to do. If they tell Rich travel, he will travel. If they tell him stay on your side of the field and worry about that, then that's what he's going to do. If they say play zone, play zone. If they say play man, he'll play man. But you can't sit up there and fault the guy for doing what he's doing and then for him having the stats and the numbers that he has. The man has been producing. Give the man his credit. It is what it is. Did I like him when he was with Seattle? No, because he wasn't the same person that he is today. Yeah. He's evolved. He's grown as a human being, and he understands how to do it. But I can tell you right now, let Davante Adams get in that game and start running his mouth. You're going to see another post-game pressure at the end where you say, this is what you get when you line me up with a sorry-ass receiver like Davante Adams. He don't get no damn touchdowns and he don't get no yards.
Hey, you know what? They might do it anyway, Dion. You know, he may be running Rich could be not saying the plan. We'll see.
Well, yeah, they don't want to. They're none of them are ever going to reveal their plan. I mean, look at what Shanahan said a couple days ago. They're like, have you figured out who's going to start the right quarterback? He's like, I'm not going to tell you until I have to.
And
like,
now
why am I going to give the competition a leg up? I know they watch this stuff.
Yeah.
You know, he could come out and say, oh, well, Spoon's going to start. And next thing you know, you see Mosley there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for us, all the people counting us out and everybody saying, oh, well, Green Bay has this or Green Bay has that. Let me explain something. It's very simple. When you look at our front four and what we can do with just those four, we don't need any of the linebackers rushing. Just those four. If we take away Davante Adams, what does Aaron Rodgers have left? Some dude named Valdez Scantling and another dude named Geronimo Allison? Like, really?
Yeah.
Lazard. Like, okay, think about it like this. The last game, and I looked at this, Ronbo, the last game, he threw more to Davante Adams than he did to anyone else. Guess what the gapage in yardage was from Davante Adams to Jimmy Graham, who was the second leading receiver on the team?
What's the distance?
It was almost 140 yards. It was almost 140 yards. You didn't think about that. So that means that Davante Adams is the focal point of that offense.
And he is.
So if I take away Davante Adams, what I got to worry about? An out-of-shape Jimmy Graham? He can settle himself.
Oh, Aaron Jones trying to get through that brick wall in front of him? That's why I'm saying I don't know what they could possibly do. No, he's not.
Look at what we did. Look at what we did to the run the last game. This is Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook is one of the best running backs in the game.
And way better than Aaron Jones. They're not even in the same league.
Way better than Aaron Jones. and look what we did to him. He ain't going nowhere. He had, 18 yards? Dalvin Cook ain't there, and we made Dalvin Cook look pedestrian like nobody.
I mean, it's the truth. But you didn't really worry me. I hope the 49ers don't look at Aaron Jones as a joke. They got to take him seriously, though, just for the first half at least.
Yeah. We will do exactly what we always do.
This
we're
is
going to see
final.
in the first half.
Yeah.
We're going to come out and we're going to make it happen. And then at the same time, if we're able to run the ball like we did against Minnesota, Aaron Rodgers ain't going to have no time to do anything.
Lights out. I mean, throat cut. Hey, D, let me see you tomorrow. Yeah, I'm going to see you tomorrow.
All right, Ronbo.
And see what develops, man. All right.
All right, brother.
Hey,
Have a good evening.
You too, fam. Hit Dion up. You see him in the chat. That's Dion. He's got all kind of content he wants you to check out. Hit him. Subscribe. Like that dude. SF fan Russo's in there, too. All you guys, man. Russo SF49. But, hey, there's some fun things, man. We're posting up some. All right. Hey, Bullpup 33. Rodgers will switch insurance agents Sunday. God. Hey, JJ.
Hey, Ronbo, what's up, buddy? Can you hear me all right? Ronbo.
Oh, yeah, I can hear you. Let me. I'm being hit up. I thought I just said, Bullpup 33, thank you, fam, for the contribution. All right. Go ahead, Jersey.
Hey, bud, can you hear me all right, Ronbo, or no?
I can hear you clearly, yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I was, yeah, Ronbo, you guys already know me as a crazy goofball and all that stuff, but I'm going to try to be as serious as possible on this one. Ronbo, I used to be in sales, and the way that I would get into people's heads was I would put myself in their positions and see what it is that all the questions they would ask for me. That's how I look at it. So God forbid this is blasphemy, but let's turn this into Rombo's Packers show. And really dissect it and look, if we were Packers fans, what can we possibly see that we can do to attack the 49ers defense? And I just can't see it. The only answer I could come up with, Will was the closest answer, was short screen passes and quick releases. That's all they've got. Don't even look at Richard Sherman's way. Just don't do it.
Right. One half the field. You got one half a field to work. You know? Yeah.
Answer of defense, all I can say if I was their coordinator was good luck. Because Shanahan is he's a mastermind, bro. I mean, you saw what we did with the run game. I mean, it's not just here, take the ball and run up the middle. Everybody had in that scheme. It's just Packer fans. I know there's one Packer fan in the chat. Believe me, we're not taking this game lightly. We're not. Aaron Rodgers is phenomenal. He is. I'm a quarterback dude, Ronbo, and Aaron Rodgers is flat out phenomenal.
Oh, well,
man,
yeah. For years he's been that way.
And all this hate towards Jimmy is, remember, we went 8-0. That's the first time since 1990. The only one, the last quarterback was Mr. Joseph Montana.
Yes, indeed.
You're in and 4 touchdown passes, 400-plus yards, in company with Steve Young and Joe Montana. Jimmy is no joke.
No.
That's who we just keep looking at. The players. You look at overall the 49ers, okay? But Jimmy has not shown me one time that he is scared. That's Joe Montana, Joe Fool.
It's not?
This defense is insane. I mean, our fullback went to Harvard. Our cornerback went for Stanford. We don't have no dummies on this team, Ron.
That's a good point, too.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be biased. Again, Aaron Rodgers is phenomenal, but we are the full-out, complete team, all the way to the punter. You know what I mean?
It's true. He's a freak. The punter's a freak.
I do
exactly.
not see it.
Yeah. So but and we're just looking at the individual matchups, and you look at them, 49ers, and who's going to stop Nick Bosa and D Ford? They don't have any. Their offensive line can't contain that. And just like you pointed out, if you're only going to rush 4 guys, well, everybody else gets 7 guys in coverage, basically.
Good, Robert. Man, God forbid if they rush 5 or 6.
Oh,
Aaron Rodgers. God be with him. He's gonna end up breaking something.
Yeah, that's this is going to be on occasion. They probably should blitz just to be funny.
This front four is just too dominant. I think it's going to be a lot closer. I'm not going to say it's going to be a blowout, obviously, but
Well, a
again,
lot
another
closer
thing
than last time.
LaFleur's going to go to McVay. I mean, that's like asking De La Hoya tricks on how to beat Mayweather, or ask a bum for money advice. It's not going to roll together. I don't know.
God.
It's all this stuff I've been hearing. The other dude that said best is like, I got to stop listening to the media. I really do.
No, yeah. Because they'll leave you all pissed off for hours after you read it. Because you can't believe the unbelievable level of disrespect. It's just unbelievable. Yeah. They just continue to find ways to come up with reasons why the 49ers aren't going to be able to pull this off. Oh, guys, are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. JJ, we got to go, fam. And I'll be looking for that horn and you tomorrow.
All right, Rob, I want to put one more thing out, just one more thing. If by chance there's any 49er players listening, remember who you're doing it for. Jed York said it. This team is going to be a champion. Do it for CJ's brother. Do it for Tony York. Just do it. It's your ring. It's yours. It's your time. Get that damn ring. That's all I got to say. Niner Empire for life.
That's a mouthful, too. All right, JJ. See you tomorrow, fam.
All right, you have a good one, man.
You too. And hey, Dre, come on in, Dre.
What's happening, Ronbo? What's happening, boy?
Dre, more adventure. You know, you watch Richard Sherman, it makes you get even more pumped up for the event coming up. You know, I was watching Richard's just rifling off them answers and making you feel kind of silly as he sits there. Well, I'm laughing because he's telling the truth, though. But are you going to ask Rich to shadow Davante Adams all game long?
No, we're gonna continue to do what we've been doing all season.
That's what got us here.
Point, we could give a damn about what the press says. You know what I'm saying? You know, the press's story is, you know, Aaron Rodgers is I guess he's baby Jesus now that their Lord and Savior Tom Brady is gone. So, you know, they got to run with, you know, somebody. I mean, it's time to pass the mantle. Those guys, their fucking days are over. It's a wrap for those guys.
It is.
It's a wrap. It's over.
Manning,
just pass the mantle, bro. Yeah, it's over.
Brady.
You know, there's one thing that I'm highly pissed off about. You know, the Ravens were one and done last year. Then they're one and done this year. How in the fuck do you justify giving John Harbaugh the comeback coach of the year?
They gave it to Harbaugh?
How do you do that?
They already gave that award out?
Yeah. Yes, they gave it to him. Damn. And then the assistant coach of the year, guess who it was? Greg Roman. Greg fucking Roman. So you give this award to a coach who did the same thing that he did last year. Instead of giving it to a coach who was 3-13 and switched that record around to 13-3 and won an NFC West championship and now is an NFC championship.
Yeah, I guess it's limited to just the regular season. Because if they'd have went by last week, where was Harbs and Greg Roman in the playoff?
Rombo, you have to. What did they do differently?
Nothing.
They went to the playoffs, one and done. They did the same shit this year.
How many games?
They just released it.
How many games did they win last year?
14-2. They won one more game than us. Woo fucking who?
No, I mean last year.
I think they're like 10-6 or something. But I mean, that's not a bigger swing as going from 3-13 to 13-3.
That's not the biggest jump. You know, Dre. No. People, you know, I don't like to talk about how everybody in the league is against the 49ers, but that is clearly a shot
it's hard.
Between it's hard. Below the waist.
When it's all over the place, it's hard not to talk about it because that's all you see. But in the meantime, in between time, you know, like Jimmy Ward said today, we're going to make the Packers one-dimensional. Take away the run game.
You know,
let Aaron Rodgers drop back 50 times. You know,
and if he does that,
screenplays ain't gonna work. Fast release ain't gonna work. Getting that shit underneath, that's not gonna work. Because Quan Alexander's back, y'all.
Huh?
It might have worked a few weeks ago. It might have worked. It might have worked.
It was a surprise. Yeah, you surprised the 49ers with that. It ain't happening now.
Yeah.
And Fred Warner already figured it out, Dre. Ask Jared Goff about that. That's why I love him calling McVay to ask him what to do.
I mean, go ahead. If you want to lose,
tell him, Sean. Tell him.
If you want to lose, for sure, ask Sean McVay. Go ahead. I dare you. I invite you. Go ahead and ask Sean McVay. He's gonna tell you how to lose the game. He damn sure ain't gonna tell you how to win because it ain't something he did this year.
and practice that Sean McVay look on the sideline, your eyes wide open and looking off like, what? What happened?
Yeah, yeah. And here's another stat. Here's another stat for all those Aaron Rodgers livers. So at this point in his career, this is Jimmy Garoppolo. So basically, this is Jimmy Garoppolo's second year starting. At this point in Aaron Rodgers' career, his second year starting. These are the stats. So Aaron Rodgers had 3,928 yards, 21 touchdowns, and 11 interceptions. Jimmy Garoppolo had 3,296 yards, 4 away from 4,000, 27 touchdowns, and 13 interceptions. Aaron Rodgers had a 65% completion rate. Jimmy Garoppolo had a 69.5 completion rate. So there's some numbers for you.
See,
so
Jimmy played 13 less games.
Aaron Rodgers is, and Jimmy's numbers are better this year. Besides for Aaron Rodgers has less interceptions. So he has more yards and he has more touchdowns.
I'm fully satisfied. So, if Jimmy throws and makes one mistake, though, he's trash to a lot of people, including people who are watching and making these observations.
Because it's magnified. But I mean, you got Aaron Rodgers. He threw for 278 yards, but 160 of those yards were to one player. You take away that one player, that's 118 yards. It's not that great, bro.
I agree.
And both of his touchdowns were to the same guy.
I know. Dre, we got to go, though, fam. I'm going to look for you tomorrow, and we can continue. All right?
Yeah. Shout out to the TNT family. Great Trade, Big Show, Jerry Fresh, Russo, Shay Lewis, man, my player partner, Will, my big bro, Nate, big body Griff, and all the guys out there, man. Roberto, man, it's good to see you back. Happy that you're healthy and feeling better after that operation. Yep, we got 2 more days, y'all, and then we could end the talk and go on the field.
All right, Dre.
All right, bro.
All right, bro. And bringing James in right quick. Go ahead, James.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo? How you doing, man?
Oh, awesome. Just absolutely. And now we got new words now. We've had legendary. Now you can add fabulous. George Kittle's going to make that a thing now. They asked him today how he was feeling. And, so all of that, James. And the question of the night. Remember, the question of the night, no matter what else, make sure you address it. Is it necessary to shadow Davante with, of course, Richard Sherman?
Well, I agree with what Richard said. You know, you trust the process. You listen to, even the Bible says respect thy authority. And he was right when he said, even if the boss tells you what to do and you do others, then you will get let go. And it's simple. You know, I would like to say this, though. You know, the last time we played Aaron Rodgers and the Packers, let's see, I'm going to just throw out some numbers. We were minus number 55. We were minus number 56. We were minus 74 and 69, as well as 85. Okay? That's who's not on the field. Quan got hurt in the Cardinals game as well as George Kittle. D4 didn't play, I don't think, in that Packers game.
He did not.
And McGlinchey and Joe Staley didn't come back until the Sea Chickens game.
Yeah.
Okay. So with that being said, I think Green Bay and Aaron Rodgers knows that this is his last curtain call, and he knows that he was demolished before, and now he's going to get ran over again. I even feel for him, and I'm rooting for the other team, but I still feel for him with D Ford and Quan coming back. Man, listen, if he had to go see that therapist talking about in his sleep after the game, all he could keep hearing was 9-9, bang bang Niner game all night, all day. And he's in trouble this game, and that's just it. Everybody that called in summed it up. Listen, man, this team has arrived. I have been saying from the very season myself that this defense is going to interfere with some defensive statistical historical records. They're doing that.
They are
fast,
as
well as
fast and strong. Yes.
Speed. How did Mick say it in Rocky? Speed, and greasy, quick speed or something like that. But it all mounts up to the same thing I'm trying to say. Lightning fast. They come at you. I mean, And we didn't. There was no Quan Alexander or D Ford on the field. George Kittle didn't even play. Neither one of our starting tackles played.
No, I think Kittle played that game.
Kittle got hurt. Maybe he did to a limited capacity,
you might be right.
But he got hurt.
You might be right.
He was up there in the skybox about to jump out the window.
Wow.
Kittle got hurt in the Cardinals game. He didn't even play. Dwelly played. Dwelly manhandled him now.
He did get hurt in the Cards game.
Yeah.
We beat that team without Kittle. We only had we only had E-Man as our
George Kittle got injured in that first Cardinals game. So did Quan Alexander. Emmanuel Sanders injured the rib. Okay? In that first Cardinals game that happened. And Quan tore his pec, and I don't think D Ford was on the field, I don't believe. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe that maybe Kittle did come back in that Packers game. But I know he got hurt in the Cardinals game. So
yeah, I was trying to figure out on the schedule. Yeah, the Cardinals game was before we went through the gauntlet, right? So, yeah, I call it the gauntlet, that three-game series. The Cardinals series was before that. So Kittle is at least hurt, if nothing else.
The Cardinals game, he got hurt. That was that Thursday night game. Him and Quan Alexander and Emmanuel Sanders.
Right. Dwelly was the guy that night at tight end.
That's right. Ustek got hurt, I believe, in the Panthers game, if I'm not mistaken.
Right. We had a lot of people. This could be really nasty. I feel bad.
I'm trying to tell you, man.
Yeah.
Listen,
woo!
Listen, I could see Aaron speaking to them referees like, man, can y'all please help me? I tell you. Referee like, man, don't talk
and he might be
like
speaking
that.
in tongues.
My job, buddy.
James, we gotta go though, James.
Hey, man.
Good stuff bringing that up.
It is what it is.
I forgot who was out. All right.
Yeah, it was. So many of those guys were out, man. The tackles, George Kittle, D Ford, Quan Alexander, Emmanuel Sanders. Come on, man. You know, but they're in for a real San Francisco treat come Sunday afternoon.
All right, James.
It is what it is. Thank you for what you do, Ronbo.
Thanks, man. Right.
Niner Empire, Niner for life, as though I always end it. And it's our time. We have arrived, man. We will be in Miami in the next 3 weeks, hopefully, playing that Sunday.
All right.
All right, man. Have a great evening. Be blessed.
Thanks, James. You too. And I see Tyler Gambino is that the Brooklyn Gambinos? I think so. Tyler, thanks for that contribution, fam. I'm sure the Packers will have a different game plan with quick passes and screens and bootleg rollouts. They can try that, but it won't work. The Packers don't want any part of this smoke. Plus, the Packers can't cover Kittle. That's the thing. There's so many mismatches out there that this could get really ridiculous. If they think that DK Metcalf was rough, wait till you see George. And they had a lot of problems with him last week in that game. I had trouble with Luis Sal Rodriguez. I got something to say. Come see me outside Levi NFC Championship. We got him in the flesh. Woo woo. Jimmy G. Big trust. Woo woo. Man, this dude, the guy down in the Ravens guy. Luis Sal, I know where you got that from. I love it. Thanks for that contribution, fam. Hey, let's go check out AJ.
Am I rolling?
AJ, you are rolling.
All right, man. No cap, man. I just seen just now your boy Beckham Jr. getting arrested for passing out doves or passing out Benjamins, huh?
Again? Oh
man!
AJ, you know what would have been funny if he was like him and Flash Gordon was getting together, running the business, because them boys love their herb. Boy, can you imagine going over to his house? As soon as you walk in, you ain't even got to come in and roll up one. I'm good. Man, y'all been smoking for how long? 2-3 hours? Good Lord. But AJ, I'm not surprised, man. I feel bad for him. That's a waste of talent. I think he could have been good.
Oh, yeah, for sure. back to the Niner Empire, man. Did you see that article some cat from Seattle had? He was all crying the blues because I guess they're trying to get rid of Pete Carroll, or some fans is on
I know. I heard they were talking about that before that game ended too.
Damn, it's that bad for them when they crying. They want to beat the NFC West Niners so bad, and whoever else so bad that they trying to fire old Pete the Chief. Anyway, man, that's a long story short. I wanted to know, man, I saw the interviews. Is it me tripping out or kind of peeping game, man? Every time I see on interviews of any coach, really, but our coach in particular, because that's my team, right? Man, they ask questions and make it really crazy. It's like when you see Belichick, he don't say too much. He don't give too much away. For some odd reason, your boy Kyle Shanahan seems like he give up the book and then some, unless he's just alluding to just everything that everybody knows as a coach or whatever. But it seems like, I'm like, why is he giving up so much information when they ask a question? Does it require that?
But you notice how he always, at the end of any of those statements, he says, "Yeah, well, that's all I'm going to tell you about that." He says just enough. There's nothing you can gain from whatever he says. Kyle's very careful about that, and he knows they're trying to ask him questions to get him to say things, but he always cuts it off. He says, because he knows what they're doing, and he only says enough, but not too much. He's pretty good at that.
I'm like, they don't even grill these damn presidents that way. The way they be grilling these damn sports media head coaches. Man, I'm like, what the hell? What's going on with this world?
That's your job.
Game, man. It's their job, but I mean, what's the point of having a head coach, and you want to have a strategy, but yet
I got to tell you guys right out in front of everybody what I'm going to do. It's a stupid question.
Yeah,
most of them are.
You got filming. I mean, you got film. You got 7 days a week. You know, Skip Shanahan and all them cats. I mean, come on. How much more information do a media need? They can write their own theory about. Like when we talk on the phone, when we blasey blue, man. I mean, we just talking. And to keep it real. It's just you don't know what's gonna happen, man. I know that dude was talking about a conspiracy thing, but at the end of the day, money talk. That ain't no conspiracy.
Well, AJ, you know what? Did you watch Richard Sherman? You should appreciate Rich. Rich always makes you seem Rich always makes every question sound like it's really a stupid question, and he really got into it today.
That's how it always should be. That's how it always should be. You see how Belichick make him look real dumb by saying, next question, or or even your boy from the town, Marshawn.
Yeah.
Marshawn keep it 100 with the chicken. He keeps it original about himself. They don't really, but I mean that's just me. The rainfalls is deep out there. Is it gonna rain out there for us in Santa Clara, bro?
No, right now it's cold and rainy, but they I don't know. I haven't looked into the forecast for the future though, so I don't know. Maybe it might clear up. I hope it does. A rainy ruins the game. So, but I don't know. We'll have to wait and see.
And my bad. I must have misspoke. He getting arrested for alleged simple battery, not passing out some Benjamins. But that's OBJ's life right now. Yeah. Right. OBJ, he going down for some more drama, man. I'm gonna keep it short when I get out the outro, man. I ain't trying to keep it like a preacher.
But it's okay. But AJ, we got to pull up though. Let me see tomorrow if you get a chance.
Did you catch that though?
I did.
You didn't catch that, huh, Pimp Juice? You didn't catch that. See, you gotta, you gotta get that, Ronbo. You gotta catch that, right? Later, man.
You're moving too fast on me. Give me that shot tomorrow. All right, AJ.
Later.
Hey, fam. AJ, he did me up, didn't he? I missed it. All right. Hey, Daryl. Daryl.
Yo, what's happening, Ronbo?
Hey, there's Dre. Sunday, 62 degrees and sunny, no chance of rain. Thanks, Dre. All right. And that's kind of warm, actually, compared to what it's been. 62 degrees is okay. Hey, Daryl. How's everything?
Good. Yeah, I was actually trying to check the weather myself, too.
Yeah.
To see what it was looking like. It said it should be the 60s, a little bit of sun, so it shouldn't be rainy.
All right. That's what we need. That's why the 49ers moved the facility out. That's one of the reasons why. Because the weather in the South Bay is usually it's at least moderate, never too hot. Well, no, it gets too hot, but never too cold. But it has been cold, though. Hey, Daryl, okay, tonight's question is, would you take Davante so seriously that you put the future Hall of Fame Richard Sherman on him?
You know what? I just keep it the way it is. Like,
I think we all agree
you
on
know,
that.
whatever the coaches tell them, you know, because it just, I think, you know, for ratings, they want to see that matchup, like, oh, one of the best corners, you know, in the game, you know, go against,
a
you know,
premier
one of
wide
the top
receiver.
receivers.
Yeah.
Yeah, a premier wide receiver.
Daryl, what do you think about Davante? Because here's the thing. He's the only receiver that Rodgers really trusts. I mean, I'm looking at that like, well, is he that good? I see him running routes and everything. He looks good. I don't know if he looks super. I mean, what do you think?
I mean, yeah, he's definitely good, you know. I mean, he's not like, I wouldn't say like a Julio Jones or something. You know, I mean, those are different type of receivers. But I mean, he's still good though. But that's like the only one Rodgers can really trust to throw to. I mean, that's really his only like weapon, because
Real weapon, yeah.
you can tell he doesn't really have trust in Jimmy Graham. Well, most of the time Jimmy Graham, you know, drops the ball, but you know, or he could throw it to you know, to his running back, but mostly it's just Adams. That's really
Jones.
like his only target.
Yeah. So at the 49ers, and like Jimmy Ward's already gone. Somebody said Jimmy Ward was quoted saying, yeah, we're going to make Aaron one-dimensional. I don't know what he means by that. You know what I mean? Is he going to take away the secondary, or is he going to take him? They're going to take him out as far as the run game goes. Either one, both of them are going down. I don't see him. Jones is not Kamara. He's certainly not Cook. I mean, we've seen some terrorizing running backs, and Aaron Jones isn't one of them. He didn't do anything last time. Oh, I don't know what this is.
That was all the talk last week, you know, about how they're going to stop Cook, how they're going to do this, do that.
God,
and after they did that, everybody's like, oh, okay, well, never mind. And now they're talking. Now the media is all about Aaron Rodgers this, Aaron Rodgers that. It's like not one thing talked about the 49ers. You know, they're like the very last thing on the agenda.
Yeah, everybody wants to talk upset. Yeah, so.
Oh yeah,
that's
for
right.
sure.
I'm loving it. Go ahead. Build them up. And just like this, the Vikings were going to do a number on us. All right, what the Vikings do? They came in, and it lasted a few minutes, and the game was over. You know, Darryl, what I do want to do though is the 49ers going to put them away in the first half. Don't fool around with them. Beat them up and beat them up bad in the first half. Because somebody said they're going to come out there and try to quick snap us, you know, run plays and tire people out. I said, good luck with that. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, good luck with the power and speed of this defense, which is, by the way, a healthy defense this time, because the last matchup, you know, not even half of the starters on both sides of the ball were even playing, and they still beat them. But I'm not saying that, it's going to be a same result, because we all know this is the playoffs, you know.
Every game changes.
This could be a different it could be a closer game. You never know. But like I said, you know, this defense, when they're healthy and when D Ford's out there, it's just the pass rush is just on a different level, you know.
Mm-hmm. So that's why
it's just, I don't know. It's just gonna be fun to see, like interesting to see, like what would happen Sunday.
Because I got a feeling. Who's gonna be your guy offensively? I got a feeling you would think it's gonna be George Kittle and maybe Debo. Sanders is probably gonna be involved, but watch Kendrick Bourne steal the show in the end zone. God, I like that guy. Woo! Oh, anyway, Daryl, we got to pull up. Hey, Daryl, let's see you tomorrow, okay?
All right, Ronbo.
Looking for you, fam. Have a good night.
You too.
Hey, all right. Hey, big Razzo. Just doubters still doubting. Jimmy will be telling them to kiss the rings. Wham, bam, Niner fam. Big Russell, thanks for that contribution. I love the way Jimmy gets picked on. I mean, he could go in. They stopped passing the ball because Jimmy's INT, and they just decided to run the ball. You know, we've seen Jimmy, when we couldn't really run, take over games before. You know, let's not get silly about it. At this point, it's a little late to keep complaining about that. Big Rick!
Ronbo.
Rick.
What's going on?
Rick, man, I'm sitting there just enjoying. This could be one of the most relaxed atmospheres for a playoff game of an NFC championship I can remember ever. They just don't measure up.
Ronbo. Listen, we don't move Sherman. We don't let him shadow Adams.
That was going to ask you.
We keep we keep it business as usual.
Okay, I like that.
We're too physical, right? So we'll impose our will on them. We won't let them change our game plan.
Mm-hmm.
We'll impose our will on them, out physical them. Nothing they can do about it. I just can't see, Aaron Rodgers going off. If he want to move the pocket, okay, that worked for Goff probably for 2 drives.
Yeah.
And then they shut that down.
Yeah. And this time they got to figure it out because they've seen it too many times now. Everybody has a moving pocket and screenplay. Atlanta Falcons, they actually beat us doing that crap. Action Jackson, that's the way he plays anyway. And then here comes, who else did that to us? Russell Wilson, that's what he does anyway.
Russell.
Yeah, everybody does that, right? All right. Guys, go ahead. Keep doing it. Now we know how to they know how to deal with it.
I think we get past Green Bay. I mean, it's not going to be a cakewalk, but it could turn into one.
Yeah, I think it will.
It could definitely turn into one.
They don't have the horses.
And I want to see the Chiefs. I think I want to play the Chiefs in the Super Bowl.
I do too.
And I'm gonna be the first one to say this. I'm gonna drop this one on you, Ronbo. D Ford is 1 year removed from playing against the Chiefs offense every single day.
Oh, that's right. That is an advantage.
He's gonna know.
That is an advantage. I hadn't even thought about that. Good point. Excellent point.
Yes, sir. He played against them every single day. He's going to know. He's only been a year removed. I know Andy Reid ain't changed nothing up like that.
And you know how fired up he'd be to play against a team that got rid of him?
Oh, he already said it.
Because he jumped off sides?
They was interviewing him. And he said, if we get to play the Chiefs, I'm not a big talker, but I'm going to be talking that whole game.
I can see him now. I'm going to get me some Mrs. Holmes, baby boy.
That's right.
Woo!
But yeah, I wanted to drop that point on you, man.
Oh, Rick, that's a good one, man. I love it. I'm going to start putting up. I got to start thinking of fun stuff to post up on that one. I'd forgotten all about D coming from Kansas City, because I want nothing to do with the Titans. Derrick Henry scares the bejesus out of me. I ain't lying, boy. That dude.
Yeah, he's a tough cat.
God, I don't believe Kansas City can deal with him. I really don't.
But I don't think so. I don't think so either.
Man.
They're missing Chris Jones in the middle. That's their big run stopper. They missing him. He hasn't been practicing.
Really? It's over.
But, yeah.
Unless Mahomes thinks he can. And they're going to keep – and Derrick Henry's going to keep Mahomes sitting down because all that running and pounding and slashing and beating up, man, they're gonna be – it takes 5-6 minutes on every drive. And by the halftime, they could be worn out, bruised up, and beaten up. And Henry be sitting over there laughing, laying down with his feet up. Man, I said, I don't want to deal with him. I really don't, Rick.
They already beat him once. They beat him in Week 10. What's the difference?
What? Ooh.
Yeah, the Titans beat the Chiefs in Week 10.
Was there anybody out, or was everybody there?
That was Mahomes' first game back. Tyreek might have been out. But Mahomes was in.
And they're better now than they were in Week 10. Because you know what?
I know. That's what I said.
Yeah, they got better. Tannehill's better. Oh, okay. I'll tell you.
They beat him 35-32.
Oh.
Something like that.
Rick, we're going to go. Yeah. Rick, let me see you tomorrow, fam. All right?
Yep, I'll holler at you tomorrow, man.
Looking for you. Night, Rick.
Yep, later. Yep.
Boy, Rick laying all kind of knowledge out here, man. Talking about, I forgot about D coming from that team. In Week 10, Derek beat him up. Uh-oh. Anyway, hey, Dan Serrano! Neighbor suddenly has a huge Niner sticker on his Jeep. You know, look, hey, Daniel, everybody, hey, look for this, fam. You're going to see all kind of 49er fans that you didn't even know existed soon. Hey, Sergio!
Oh, look at me.
Sergio, where you at, man?
Ronbo!
Hey! Sergio!
What's up, bro?
Hey, man, just sit back here, man. It's like funny because you see the 49ers are so strong this year. You look at the Packers, you think, come on, man. Is it really possible for them to deal with us? Everybody says they are. But all right, Sergio, you can get into that if you want to, but I want to know, are you thinking Richard Sherman shadowing Davante is necessary, or should we just play our regular game?
Sherman's going to do what he always does. Even though I didn't like him, you know, when he was in Seattle.
You know, nobody did.
I got over that. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like a flu, but I'm okay now.
Get your shot.
Yeah, I got my shot.
Oh God.
Yeah, but Sherman, everything that he said about his resume, it's all true, and people are still hating on him because they just don't like to see people with a mouth that he has succeed and you know become the player that he is, and he's already a Hall of Famer for sure.
Oh, sure.
You know,
he speaks out on some subjects that pisses the league off too, and he's made a lot of noise about the Rooney Rule and about these coaches that are being hired. I know, and they called him in for a drug test right away. So I figured they could call him in for another drug test between now. They probably call him in for one tomorrow.
Yeah, and you know what? That's not a good thing because if you do so many drug tests, it's just gonna weaken your body and
draining blood.
So I think that's what they're trying to do. They know that you don't have nothing. They're just trying to get him all weak so that they can have an advantage. You know.
I hadn't thought about that. Richard Sherman's given up to 3 pints of blood in the last 2 weeks, and the 49ers are concerned as Richard is eating like a crazy man trying to build his body back up. He's going to have a transfusion. Give Rich a pint of blood. Gosh. Woo. But
they could do all they can do, but they ain't gonna do nothing.
I just don't
they ain't gonna
see
win.
It. They don't have enough. They just don't have enough juice to deal with the 49ers. I just don't see where they match up. This is a bad matchup for the Packers. We're going to rush 4 guys.
We figured them out. Like even with the last team we had with Kaepernick, like they figured them out. Ago. So I don't think I have nothing to worry about.
Well, you know what?
And
they're
we're figuring out Seattle little by little as well.
They're weaker than they were when Cap played against them. They were kind of strong back then. Now, they're not as strong as they were back then. And the 49ers are way stronger than the Packers right now. With the guys we had just came back, I don't see how this could be a game. But people do worry that it's going to be close. I don't think so. We'll see.
No, we became an elite team after a couple of years, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of teams go through that. They struggle, and then they just start drafting, and then they become a different team. So that's what happened with us, and we're going to be around for a while, you know?
Yeah.
So we might as well take the advantage this year and just take it all, you know?
I just hope we can sign everybody. That's the only thing that worries me. Because, man, after you win a Super Bowl, now everybody wants your players. He's got an expiring contract. Let's see if the 49ers can pay him or not. And then that's how teams start to lose. They start losing key players for money.
But I'm also not worried about it because I'm sure we'll keep some of our players for sure. But just the way the 49ers are, a lot of players are going to want to take cuts just to stay with this team or even play with this team. So, you're going to see a lot of people trying to go jump into the 49ers just like LeBron did with
Lakers.
Like he's going to try to get as many people as he can to win championships. So
and come and join them. That's true. Sergio, we got to go though, fam. I'm going to look for you tomorrow if you get some time. All right?
Okay, for sure. And just want to say that I'm very excited because I live in Las Vegas, so working in a hotel, it's hard to get the Super Bowl off because it's a peak day, and gladly I got it off.
All right.
So I'm pretty excited about that.
You got to deal with Raider fans running around there now, but you can stay away from those folks.
Oh, it's fine. I'm glad they're coming over here because now we have a football team in our city. So now I can watch the 49ers when they come and beat the butts out of the Raiders.
Sergio, have a good night, Sergio.
All right, you too, man.
Thanks, fam. Oh man. Hey, Derek. Big I got two big, Big Steve. Hey, see, we had three bigs, and all of them go, "Hey, Big Steve, where you at, man?" I think those guys are out to eat. Here's another East. Could be my phone system too. I hope it didn't knock people off. Hey, I got somebody here. Is that Big Steve? Big Steve. Hello again, Big Steve. I'm looking up here. Coach Tim. Tim says, I know coaches play down the game so they don't seem overconfident, but did you all see Kyle's latest presser? He was making all kinds of excuses for Green Bay for our blowout of them. He says, I tell my players first game don't think about what happened the first game. That's a good way to lose. Kyle, they don't have anything. Are we going to Nighthawk? Nighthawk!
What's up?
You, Nighthawk!
in the house.
You know what I'm saying? Nighthawk, we're sitting up here wondering if the 49ers are in any trouble. Green Bay Packers, the legendary Aaron Rodgers, they're coming in. Rodgers knows it could be his last dance. Nighthawk, are you scared?
Yeah. No.
I love the way he calmly said it. I knew he would. Nighthawk, what's going on? You got some sound there. R2D2's at your house again.
Oh, give me a second.
Yeah.
Y'all, can you hear me now?
Let me see. Yeah, hey, that sound kind of went away. Good. It's still.
Oh.
If you got a speaker on, that might be it. I don't know. That's really weird, though. You shouldn't be making that sound.
No, it's gone now.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, Nighthawk, go ahead,
but like
man.
I was looking at the NFL Network and people signed that oh yeah, Green Bay's gonna take it. It's not gonna be easy for 49ers to beat them. I said, come on.
It's like they're all working for Vegas. They want everybody to bet on the 7-point spread, right? They want everybody to bet on let's see, who knows how to make money. You got to bet on the Packers, and the 49ers are probably going to win that game anywhere from 14 to 17 points from what I'm thinking. There's nothing they can do to stop Kyle in this kind of game, Nighthawk. He ain't going to be playing. There's going to be no pulling, no punches. Go ahead.
Yeah, but this sign that the Green Bay know each other.
What? Green Bay what?
You know the head coach for the Green Bay said they know each other because they used to coach together.
Oh, they know each other. Yeah. That's yeah. Le Fleur. Huh? You know, but he can't. Shanahan, he probably pretty much took what he knows from Shanahan. But you know how that goes, Nighthawk. You can't learn from the master and expect to beat him. Maybe at some point, but not yet. He's only been gone for a little while.
Yeah, but everybody's trying to help them out. Green Bay to do this. If Green Bay can beat 49ers, all they have to do is he can make him one at the pocket. I said, what are you talking about? He can start staying in the pocket. He can be yeah.
No, he can get out of the pocket. Rodgers can move around. He's not bad at that. But who's he going to throw at? He's not going to have any target. And he's not going to have a lot of time. Even if he rolls out of the pocket, they're going to catch him. Oh, they're going to catch him. And if he can't find his target, bam.
Yeah, but NFL is trying to help Green Bay out.
I know. And they got to make it look good. The NFL, everybody has to do their part to make it an exciting playoff game, because it's not really. I don't see it being an exciting game. And maybe if we was going to Green Bay, but we're playing in Santa Clara. This ain't Lambeau. This ain't the Frozen Thunder.
Everybody back.
Yeah. And then there's that. 49ers got everybody back, except for maybe a couple players, but they'll be fine. Got a healthy Staley and McGlinchey. I got Quan running around out there at high speed. D Ford coming off the other edge, which makes the whole front four turn into another machine. I mean, I got Dre Greenlaw looking like he's ready to play Pro Bowl football as a rookie. Come on, man. What are they going to do? They ain't going to do nothing.
They're not going to do nothing.
So you know what?
Oh,
we
yeah.
got this.
Are you taking scores today or no?
No, let's wait. Let's wait till, well, we might as well wait till Saturday. It's the day after tomorrow. Then we can laugh. Because I got a feeling, and somebody's going to say, y'all need to chill out with them 40s. No, I'm thinking 40 burger. 40. If Kyle pulls them off, now Kyle might pull the dogs off in the third quarter. But if he leaves them out there, I see 40 coming really badly.
Yeah, but I can't see Aaron Rodgers do nothing because we got 4 defense can come in your face, and they are. Come on, man. He's not going to make no move.
We're going to have the ball all day. See, that's what I'm talking about, Nadok. 49ers going to have the ball all day. So. Well, Nadok.
So, like I said, it might be 6. We're going to get his ass 6 times. Watch.
At least 5 for sure. Nadok, I'll see you tomorrow.
Can you give me a shout out?
You know I can. Wait, let me get a sip of the goat juice. I'm getting good at camouflaging what that might really be. For the Nighthawk.
Oh, yeah, before I go, hit that like. Nighthawk is out.
As cool as he can be. Now, I got to see you tomorrow, fam.
Cool.
Oh, God. Yeah, I do, fam. I'm serious. I see 40. And last time I did that, I got us in trouble. But I really do see. What are they going to do? And Kyle, they could be holding back. He ain't going to take any chances. Fournette's going to go buck wild in this game to begin with. And Steve Trafford. Hey, Steve. My bad, Ronbo. I was in the other room and taking my call. Okay. Steve, Steve must be the person from Florida. Is that Stevie Steve? Steve, and thanks for coming through, Steve. Hey, that's Big Steve.
What up, Ronbo?
Steve, come on in, fam. I'm sitting there running.
I heard you, bro. I was in the other room and I was taking care of some shit. I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna miss it. And I got back and you had already gone over it. I was like, oh.
I'm glad you came back. We never hang up. We always come back. Steve, I'm getting way overconfident. Do I have a right? And by the way, Steve, are we going to shadow his only weapon? Is it necessary for the 49ers to shadow Davante? I really feel sorry for him. This could get nasty. What do you think?
I feel like whoever Richard Sherman covers is gonna have a long day. But I don't think it's necessary to put Richard Sherman on Davante Adams. I mean, I think Mosley could get it done too because Mosley's a beast.
I know, man.
But this is the NFC Championship game. I wouldn't take any chances. I'd have the best guys out there playing their best football. Don't even bother with putting Witherspoon out there. Dude, just put him as like a special teams guy or something. But I mean, put your best guys out there. Don't take any chances because I mean, why would you?
That's a good point. Maybe, you know what? Because, like, Richard's going to take – I still like the idea of taking one half a field away at all times. So if you follow Davante around, then you know what, though? You take Davante out, and now Aaron's got to seek another – because Aaron is really afraid of Sherm. He doesn't even mess with him. They're going to go to the other side. Whoever's on the other side, Lazard or some of those other clowns.
We took him out of the game successfully last time.
Yeah.
So – he didn't do much last time to us. So, I mean, if we can take Davante Adams out of the game, that's really going to, just like we did to him last. I don't know what they're going to do, Ronbo. To be honest, I'm sure they figured, okay, they're probably going to take Davante Adams out of the game for the, majority of the game. So he's not going to be a threat out there like he was in the last game against Seattle. So I'm sure that they're thinking about this. And Matt LaFleur power over there, I'm sure he's scheming something up because
they definitely can't approach the game the way they did the last time. That's not going to work for them. Well, what are you going to do against this D?
Well, see, that's what I'm talking about. What are your
do?
options? Yeah, all right. That's why he's
Oh,
calling
and
around.
one of your callers.
Yeah. That's why he's
Yeah, one of
asking
your callers
McVay.
said Kittle wasn't in that game against the Packers, and he definitely was, because if you remember that play where it was a fake, it was a play action pass, and Kittle was wide open out to the right side of the field, and he ran it all the way down for the touchdown. So I was like, Kittle was definitely in that game.
One of those weird plays, and Shanahan's going to have, I bet you Shanahan has about 2 or 3 of those this time. I don't know how they do it, but they're timing, and they're getting better and better at it. We're probably going to see that 2 or 3 times this week because people think it's all about Aaron Rodgers. It's not. It's about Shanahan and drawing up evil offensive plays to embarrass the team to death.
I know, man. And I hate that they're saying Garoppolo versus Rodgers. I even commented on a video I watched on YouTube. I said, it in all caps, I put, it's not Garoppolo versus Rodgers. The offense doesn't come out and play against the other offense. You know what I mean? So I know you want this like fantasy matchup, which is what I was kind of alluding to yesterday. And by the way, I want to apologize for the face. I know y'all will probably be heated about that call yesterday. But no, I was making a point though, because if you look, there's a lot of signs that point that there might be some kind of fix in the works. Because I'm gonna say like this: prove to me that there's not a fix. That's what I'm gonna say. Prove to me there's not a fix.
Well, yeah.
There's always some kind of dirty.
You could go that
thing
direction.
going on in these games. You know. So if you can prove to me, I don't want to get overexcited because you know how the media loves to suck off Rodgers and all this shit all the time. So you know what? Prove to me that
there's not something up to it. Hey, Steve, let me tell you this much though right now, because here's the thing: if that game is close for some odd reason in the fourth quarter, then look for something to get real strange. There's going to be a call that you're not going to appreciate. I just hope the 49ers know: do not put the refs in a position to help the Packers. You got to beat them up. Beat them up. Don't hold back. That's why I think you're going to see a lot of crazy offense this week. Shannon's not going to clown around with the Packers, and he doesn't have to. He's got all his guys out there. Do it to him.
I don't know how, but I do feel like this is going to be a very close game. I don't think it's going to be a repeat of the last time that we saw the Packers. I don't know what Rodgers is going to scheme up. Maybe he's going to start using his legs and try to go the Russell Wilson route. Which for somebody like Rodgers, stiff as he is, like he can scramble a little bit, but I wouldn't try that too much, man. You know, you get hit by one of these linebackers,
I'm telling you,
then you're out there like a liability, like Lamar Jackson.
And when you with Quan out there, and you also him and Dre, we can stay in package in base form, and that would be lethal. So we'll see.
We deserve it. We deserve it this year. We deserve to go to the Super Bowl.
I think so. All right, fam. Let's see tomorrow, Big Steve.
All right, Ronbo.
Yeah,
Shout out to Ronbo Sports. Shout out at Night of Empire. Ronbo, I'll try to get a call in tomorrow. If not, I'll probably call in Saturday.
All right. Be looking for you, Steve. Have a good night, fam.
All right, brother. Take care. Have a good night.
Thanks. You too. Oh, good. Wait a minute. Wing Chun. My girlfriend was a bigger porn star than porn star Jimmy G. Wing, I don't know. Was that too much information? Emilio.
What's happening? Hey, Rob, I got a question. Are you scared of yourself more than anybody else? Goddamn, every time I hear you talk, I'm scared of this guy. I'm worried about this team. Are we the 49ers? What the hell's wrong with you, man?
Wait, who'd you mention? I'm scared of who?
You. Are you scared of your shadow? Damn, you scared of everybody in the NFL.
I don't mind admitting I'm scared of Derrick Henry. I do want nothing to do with that moose.
Why are you?
I want the Chiefs to win.
We stopped we stopped every running back we played. We stopped them up. Why are you scared? He is not no different. We have a first 7. What is wrong with you, man?
250
pounds. Give a fuck. He can get 300 yards. This does not matter, man.
Listen.
I actually want to play them. Because all they have is a run game. We stop them, it's over. That would be the easiest Super Bowl ever. What is wrong with you? Why would you not want that?
Hey, I'll tell you what I'm going to do.
What is it? No,
I'm going to pay attention.
No, you don't need to tell me. You just need to stop saying, I'm scared of this team. I'm scared of this guy. What to do? That means our defense is crap. Why would you be worried about that? Come on, Ronbo.
This is the only guy The only guy that bothers me is Derek.
Why?
I'm going to watch this
Why?
game.
Why?
I'm going to watch Kansas City.
Cook. We stopped the
If
other
I
dudes
see
in the
him,
Panthers. We stopped every runner.
I know, but if I see
Adam Chunk, come on, man.
All right,
You
all
were
right.
just killing me with this shit. Are
For
you serious?
you, Emilio, I'm
We
going to back
stopped-
up.
We
stop.
killed every good running back in the NFL that's come up against.
Yeah, but they don't look
and
like
you're talking
Derek.
about this kid.
They don't look like Derrick
That'd
Henry,
be the
man.
easiest. If we stop him, you really think Tannehill's going to beat us if we stop him? Honestly.
If we can
We
stop
stop him, is Tannehill going to really stop us?
That dude runs for
Exactly. Come on, man.
185
That's
yards,
exactly my.
3
if we
weeks in a
stop
row.
Him,
What kind of human
Tannehill's
is
not
that,
going to
man?
beat us.
Surprised he ain't got a
does not
jockey
matter.
riding his shoulders.
You killing me with this, man.
Get up.
We stop him. Tannehill is not going to be able to beat us at all. I actually want them in the Super Bowl. That'd be the easiest Super Bowl ever. I'm so serious.
You might get him. You might get him. I don't think Kansas City can do nothing with him. I'm telling you. Derrick Henry that's not a normal human being. I'm hoping Kansas City can win, though, Neely. I'm with you. I want to see.
Marshawn when we're playing Marshawn. But we still there was times we beat Marshawn, there was times we beat us. What is the difference?
Wait, would you say Marshawn?
Somebody has
You
to
know what?
move there,
Did you mention Marshawn? That's what Derrick Henry was a bigger version of Marshawn Lynch.
No, he's not. Marshawn,
he
is the same person Marshawn was when Marshawn in his prime.
I
that
mean,
was the same
Derrick's
exact
going
body
down the
build.
field,
They run the same
carrying the
exact
ball
thing.
and
There's
knocking
nothing different.
dudes out,
But
shoving them in the back.
I tell you this much. Yes, we had Willis and Bowman, but they didn't have the defense we have now. We have a better defense than we had 5-6 years ago. I'm sorry to say. Much as I like those guys.
You know what? I don't even know why I was tripping. You right.
You killing me, man. Come on now.
Hey, Emilio, real quick, it's almost out of time. Richard Sherman, are you going to play him out? You going to have him shadow, or are you going to leave him on his right side of the field?
Sherman going to do Sherman. I ain't got to do nothing to Sherman. I ain't even got to move Sherman. Why I got to move him there? He's been doing his job the whole time. The one we had to worry about was the killer. We fixed it. Our thing is, if they can stop him, we can stop anybody.
Yeah, that's true.
At this point, it's Aaron Rodgers against. It's not even Garoppolo against Aaron Rodgers. It's Aaron Rodgers against our defense.
Yeah.
If he can't succeed against us, he's not going to succeed against us. Period.
Well, I tell you what, because Aaron knows it too. When he takes that snap, he better look out. Just be careful, because, man.
And I know you was watching that game. This dude was sweating bullets. If he would have gave that ball back to Seattle, he knows he would have lost that game.
Yeah, you don't want Wilson in them situations. That's true.
If he didn't get that last third down, that boy would have been shitting on himself, talking about, oh shit, I blew it, and now I gotta watch Seattle and Russell Wilson go down the field and beat me.
And in Lambeau,
that's why I gotta keep it. Exactly. So he just got lucky.
He did. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna look for you tomorrow if you get some time, or Saturday. Get that score ready. All right.
Oh yeah, you hear the stuff, but you can cut that out, man. We're one of the best teams still left in the NFL.
Stop.
You talking about you scared? Come on, man.
I'm gonna stop. I ain't gonna be scared no more.
You might well just stop cheering for the damn teams. You talking about you scared for everybody? Come on.
You're making me feel shame. Okay, I quit.
You should be. All right, man. You know, it's
Emilio.
all love in the end, man. I like messing with you, man. But
I know. Thanks, fam. I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, God. Emilio, snap me out of it. Stop whining, Ronbo. Stop whining. Oh, forget about it. It's not a mic. Not a mic.
Forget about it, man. Forget about it, Ronbo. What's going on, Ronbo?
That, Mike, I tell you, man, this game, it looks like it's going to be a cartoon. I just don't see against this particular 49ers team, what in the world are the Packers coming to Santa Clara for? You know, this game is one of those games that's just for entertainment purposes. There's no way. There's nothing the Packers can do. They can roll Aaron out of the pocket all they want to. That's not going to help. I mean, it's just a joke.
Listen, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, Ronbo. I'm gonna be real. All right. It's gonna be a hard-fought game.
Do you think so?
And I think so. I really do. I believe that. I agree with Shanahan. I tell you, I watch the games over. I see them from different views and whatnot. But the game was a lot closer than the scoreboard indicated. We had
He
a
did
few
say
great
that.
plays that changed. Yeah, we had a few great plays that changed the game. And it did. It got out of hand from him. I was there at that game personally. I'm going to be at this game on Sunday, and I really feel like we do have the better team, Ronbo, and we show up and we take care of business. Then I feel like we have a really, really, really good chance of going to the Super Bowl. And hey, look, I'm looking to avenge. The 1997. I was a young teenager when that game happened, Rombo. That's the only other time we played the Packers in the NFC Championship game. And if people for the new faithful that don't remember, that's what made the catch 2 to Terrell Owens in '98 so special, because it was us getting past the Packers, who eliminated us the year before from going to the Super Bowl. So, I can't wait to see, because the thing is I've seen all week, they've said, well, we knew the Niners were good, but we didn't know that they were that good. Well, here's the thing. They still don't know.
Ain't that the truth?
They still don't know. And I say that not because I'm a fan, but I say that because it's realistic. With the players that didn't play in that game, particularly on defense, he didn't see that. And we actually blitzed a lot more in that game than we normally have all season, to kind of make up for missing D Ford, because they knew they didn't want to let Aaron Rodgers sit back there and throw the ball, because let's be honest, Aaron Rodgers is a great quarterback, and if he has time, he could do some things.
Oh yeah.
So what he thought he saw.
What about his weapons?
What he thought he saw.
Who's he got? He's got one guy.
Yeah, no, you're right, and you're right. But see, the one thing is the improvisations that Aaron Rodgers makes are what are unpredictable. And the thing is, we can't let him get to that point. All right, because that's a lot what him and Davante Adams did against the Seahawks. A lot of that was just improvisations where he just started a route one way and then banged it another way, and just the Seahawks were playing sound to their defense the same way our guys do, but they were able to catch him off guard in different situations. And that's just one thing that I think it was great for our guys to be able to see that, and they shouldn't let that happen come Sunday. You know what I mean? They should definitely have, 2 sets of eyes on Adams. I think we have good linebackers with enough speed and enough coverage skills. I think Jaquiski Tartt being in there at the safety is huge, because he's so much better of a cover safety than Harris was. You know what I mean, Rombo? That's big, you know what I mean? Especially against a guy like Aaron Rodgers.
You got the communication factor going on there, too. But, Niner Mike, we got to go, fam. Let me see tomorrow if you got some time.
All right, well, you do what you do. You do what you do, Rombo. You do what you do, man. Glad to talk with you, and shout out to you. Shout out to the Niner faithful. And I'll probably talk to you maybe one other time before
you get ready to hustle out to Levi.
Rombo, this is what we've been waiting for, Rombo. That's what we've been waiting for.
I know.
All right. You have a good one, all right?
You do, Niner Mike. Great to hear from you. Talk to you later. Yeah, and we roll out to, let's see, what is that? Well, Bill's happiness is text in my rear view mirror. Hey, Bill.
All I got to say is not a conspiracy theory. It's just something to look out for and be careful and watch. Pay attention to that game closely. I got somebody I'm going to be getting in touch with if they do that. I'm not going to let that slide.
I tell you.
Number 2,
yeah.
This game is bigger than us. Those boys at B1, I mean, that Sherman's mentioned about, he's made a promise to them, and that would take the promise away. So, no, man. Nah. I don't see it going down like that. If they're smart, they'll beat them down really good and not give the referees a chance to throw it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. going to the fourth quarter with 2 minutes left, and the score is 27-26. I mean, that's when the refs can start doing their little magic, and that's what they're hoping to get, probably too. But
And I'm going to tell you, if Roger Goodell wants a messed up Super Bowl, put the Packers in it.
I
You
know.
won't get views the following year. Come
just-
on now.
no, it's not.
They are not going to beat the Chiefs or the Titans. Come on.
They're not equipped. They can't do it. They escaped the broken down Seahawks last week. What are they going to do? The 49ers at dang near full potency in their house. Oh, I don't know. No way
It's
they're
not
going to win
happening.
that game.
It's not happening.
No.
It can't. Goodell can try to script it all he wants. Our team don't need to buy it. Don't take the paycheck. Tell him we win a ring. We'll get a paycheck down the road. You get it in commercials. You can get it in anything after you get rings. Because you know what? When you get Super Bowls, you get more money.
That's right, because the endorsements and everything else come on now. Everybody wants you to do this and everybody wants to do that. You can name your fee. So, the 49ers, they can go ahead
So
and
the
just
check's
play.
not worth it. So shout out to any players. If you're thinking about taking his bait, if what he's saying is true, don't do it. Get that Super Bowl. Do it for the guys, Do it for your team. Do it for York. Do it for B1.
Do it for us. We sit back and we
Do it for us.
support and scream and yell, give it to us. Do it.
Give it to us and do it for Steve and do it for Shania's brother.
And there you go.
She says hi, by the way.
Oh, hi, Shania. Yeah, this game. But again, the matchup just doesn't look good for Green Bay. And Aaron doesn't play as good as he does on the road as he does in Lambeau, like most quarterbacks. And now you're going to tell me the 49ers at front line 4 at full strength for the most part? What's Aaron going to do? He's going to be killed unless you come up with some immaculate scheme. Does that scheme exist? Hell no. There's nothing they can do.
I think somebody gave him a wrong scheme. So I'm not even worried about the scheme. I'm looking at thinking he might have been given the wrong scheme, thinking he's confident of going in, beating us. Like, it's a scheme that don't work. It's a scheme that destroys him.
He's got one receiver, Bill. He's got Aaron Jones. And Aaron Jones does not equal the running backs we've already beat up. I mean, Davante's running around out there in the wrong place. He's got one side of the field he could work. What, Aaron's going to work one side of the field all day and beat us? Oh, please. And the way
The
Kyle
other thing
Shanahan's
that's going to get by is holding.
Yeah.
Holding. Refs, call holding when you see it. Don't be stupid. That's what I'm going to look for, holding and bogus pass interference. That's the only thing I'm worried about.
Mm-hmm. See, that's...
I ain't worried about anything else.
Yeah, they can do that. In fact, they may allow the Packers offensive line to hold our guys. I've noticed that's been a trend this year. I mean, I've seen our guys looking like they're about to choke them out. Ref ain't blowing, no flag or nothing. All right. And you know what? Too much speed will get rid of that too, so I'm fine with that. Go ahead. Let them hold.
Yeah. They're gonna have to let Bosa free. They've been holding Bosa all game
All
long.
season
most of the
long.
Games. Come on now. They need to start flagging that, dude.
But the more guys that are holding on to Bosa, the more our other guys can work, though. So you know what? If it's going to take two guys to hold Bosa, now what? Is your offensive
and two
line?
guys to hold the other.
Yeah. This.
So,
I don't see this being a contest. I see.
I'm
who's going to run
I'm
for the most
excited
yards?
for Sunday. You know what? I wish I could go there. Finances are keeping me from there. Other than that, if I had the finances, I would be there at that game.
Well, you'll still be able to see it from wherever you are, and you can get replays, so it's okay. Bill, hey, Bill, you and Shania, I'm going to say goodnight to y'all. We got to go. And, Bill, I'll see you tomorrow if you get some time.
I'll call. Before you go, give a 49er shout-out.
I can do that. Wait. I like my go juice before I let this fly. Listen, you guys, I'm telling you right
The
now, I
West
enjoy
is
this.
not enough, Ronbo. We're getting that Super Bowl.
It's time for 6. All right, Bill.
Time for 6.
Hey.
I have to replace the jacket after this Sunday. After the Super Bowl.
All right. All right, Bill. You
Okay,
should have a great night. Bye. Oh, and there he is. Bashar. Bashar, come on in, man. I haven't talked to you in
Here we go.
forever.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it special.
All right.
Here we go.
He's got his beats with him this time.
The Hot Boys are back. And now our defense is back on track. The Hot Boys are back. Take a look at the Hot Boys. Let's go, Ronbo, Hot Boys. Quan Alexander, man. Our real defense is finally back. The defense that made us 8-0 at the start of the season. The defense that had everybody in the league scared shitless of us, Ronbo, is finally back. D. Ford, Zakowski, Quan Alexander, the leader of the Hot Boys from Hot Boy University. What are we going to say about that, Ronbo?
I love it.
What
Hot Boy University. Hey, Bashar,
man.
I think he did say Hot Boy University.
He
I
did.
think that's what. I was trying to figure out what did he say.
Really quick, I was the very first time I met Joey Mahoney. I was at Buffalo Wild Wings, and we watched the first Cardinal game, and that was the night Quan Alexander got hurt. We saw all the tweets after the game, and they go, "Oh, Quan had a chest injury," and I told Mahoney right away, "Dude, he is out for the season. I bet you it's a torn pec. When you have a torn pec, you're out for the season. You'll never be back." And then Mahoney looked at me and goes, "A torn pec? A torn pec? That's nothing. That's nothing. Quan will be back." I'm all, "Dude, you're fucking crap."
Wait. Hey,
But,
Joey, I just want to send a question out to Joey. Joey, how many times you torn your pec? Go ahead.
He acts like he did it every day, apparently. So get this straight. The next time I see Joey was last Saturday. That's the next time I saw him. We went and watched the game together, and I was like, "Hey, what do you know, man? Quan Alexander is back." This is the next time we run into each other and watch the game. So, oh man, it's sweet, man. I love it, baby.
Oh, man. And he's all fired up. And the whole team is just – the 49ers, people got to know the 49ers are going to be so intense this weekend. I can't imagine anybody beating them this week. No, not this way. And Kyle Shanahan's going to be dialing up plays that make no sense to any other DC. I can't wait.
Shanahan's going to tell he's gonna beat down Matt LaFleur and have little Mikey LaFleur on our sidelines watching. Like, "Hey, you're his little brother. I'm beating your big brother's ass right now. Take notes."
I mean, it's going to be I see 40. If the 49ers want to score 40, they might pull up on them, especially if the game is out of hand, just to make sure nobody gets hurt. But, man, I don't see this.
We all know football. It could be closer. I don't want to sound like a homer. It could be closer.
No, but think about this. I'm talking about matchups. I'm talking about real, live matchups. What are they going to do against that front four? You saw what happened to Kirk last week? That was ridiculous. I mean, Rodgers might be able to move a little better, but you think he can move a lot better? And he's got Thielen and Diggs. And what's that tight end's name? Who does Aaron have? I just don't see it. And there's nobody named Dalvin Cooks running for Aaron. I'm just being real here. They do not stand up.
The look on Aaron Rodgers is I've never seen Aaron Rodgers have that scared look throughout his whole career prior to us beating him down that night. And now you have Bosa on the other side. People are like, "Oh, well, he's going to run bootlegs on us because that's how the Rams almost beat us. He's going to talk to McVay." Let that fool run some bootlegs on us. Quan Alexander, Spine, if you need him, and Ford on the other side, let him do it. Let him do it. See what happens.
And Fred Warner finally figured that out. But when did Fred pick that off? God. You can't keep doing that. And they ran that play how many times? I think the Rams ran it about 4 or 5 times, just one after another. I said, you know what? They're running the same play over and over. That's going to play out. Sure enough, Fred Warner says, "Okay, guys, here, do it one more time." Boom! Warner stumbles. He gets his feet. Touchdown! Pick 6. Now he's got Warner to help him too. Okay. And he's got his. I just don't see it.
It's gonna be ridiculous. Other guys broke it down before me. I'm not gonna repeat what they said because we all know the matchups and how we are on paper we're more superior. I just want to say, Happy New Year to you. I know it's been a long time to talk to you. I've been wanting to talk to you, but I've got. Just to be a little serious for just a quick second, my father's been in the hospital for the past week or so, and has literally been at the hospital every day because of that. He's recovering from his surgeries. He's recovering from 2 surgeries.
Okay.
He's gonna be okay, but it's just a slow. He's got previous health problems that limit him, and I just want everybody to keep my dad in praise just for a speedy recovery. That's all. And we can all enjoy the Snyder season. Oh yeah, and really quick before I go, that's one part of it. I mean, we got to get pumped up for this game, and I'm hyped up. You know, despite all I'm going through, I'm still hyped up for this game. I'm still gonna watch it. And before I go, I have one thing to say: you got to take care of your chicken. All right, Ronbo, I'm out. Love you, man.
All
Take
right.
care. Peace.
Love you back, fam. But give his best to your dad. He's going to be all right.
Oh, yeah,
All
we'll
right.
do. We'll do.
We'll
Love you,
talk
man.
to you
Take
later.
care.
And John V, I see you there, man. Thanks, John, for that contribution. He says, good evening, my man. I'm thinking they will move Sherman just because Aaron will target the weakest link. Still a stud, but young. I see him targeting Mosley a lot. Yeah. And you know what? Even if they don't start out that way, they'll probably adjust immediately to it. But I got to feel, Mosley's, that guy's a gamer. He just doesn't, he's really tough. And I think actually Davante's just the kind of guy that Mosley can deal with. I mean, he had to deal with that week. He had to deal with Big DK. That was tough, and he still did pretty well. So, hey, Josh. Josh.
Ronbo.
Josh, come on in, man. We're waiting for you. What's up?
Well, I got some important news for you. Just 1 second. Hold on, let me get this guy for you.
Yeah, let's get that. Yeah. All right.
Is this Ronbo Sports?
Yes. Who is this?
This is Trent Baalke.
Oh, hey,
I just
Trent.
wanted to inform.
Yeah.
I just wanted to inform the 49er faithful that I did get a personal phone call from Matt LaFleur.
Is that right?
About how to beat the 49ers.
What'd you tell him?
And my simple advice was, don't show up.
And that's about the best thing. I don't want to get carried away with being overconfident, but I just don't see what the Packers can do with this team. I just can't imagine.
They can't do anything, Ronbo. You know that. I know that. All the faithfuls know that. And it's going to be 10 times worse for them now that we have our whole D back.
Right?
They're
You
healthy.
got Staley back. McGlinchey's knee is not hurting. So that means you're probably going to be able to run. And they're going to be loosened up for the passing game. George Kittle's going to have some. Debo, Kendrick Bourne's got to do some dancing in the end zone. And I didn't even say anything about all-pro Emmanuel Sanders. I don't see how many weapons we have versus how many they have. The defense we've got compared to the defense, I just don't see this being a contest. Josh, talk me out of this.
For defense, they got the two Smith brothers.
Huh?
They got the two Smith brothers on defense. That's it. Who cares?
Yeah.
They're good players, but they don't compare to our front D. Nobody does.
Well, the Smith brothers got hurt last week too. I don't know how effective he's going to be this week. Yeah. But Stanley and McGlinchey are feeling pretty healthy.
Put this out here. I just wanted to put this out here because a lot of analysts are talking about, the Packers are they're on fire. They're a different team. They're a different team, and you've seen it and heard it.
Yeah.
But I just want to point out,
okay,
every opponent that they have faced since us. Okay, and this is in order: New York Giants,
Wimp City,
Redskins, the Bears, Vikings, and the Lions. The Vikings were the only really good
team they
that
played.
They faced, and the Vikings were injured. They were beat up. And then in the playoffs, you got the sorry-ass Seagulls that were already injured and shouldn't have been in the playoffs to begin with.
Yeah.
So they haven't changed anything. They just faced really bad teams.
Yeah.
And so now everybody's on this kick of Aaron Rodgers, the greatest, and they're on fire. No, I mean Aaron Rodgers is good. His legacy is cemented.
But he needs some help out there. That's the thing, Josh. I mean, I could see if he's coming in with an arsenal of weapons, But where's the arsenal?
He's on that. He's on that long walk of retirement road.
Yeah,
and it's closing in. The media is just hyping him up. That's the ref's golden boy, and everybody's hating on the Niners. They have been all year long. But
he is.
He's
walking into an Uzi fight with a BB gun, though. It's not going to work. I just don't see it. So I'm if this game is even close, I'm going to be surprised.
Oh no, I don't think it's going to be close at all. I mean, I'm not going to say a blowout, but we're going to embarrass them, though.
I think I am. I mean, because the thing is, I don't know how often the 49ers, you keep giving the ball back to the 49ers, like I'm pretty sure they're going to. That's how you end up with these long scores. And I suspect the defense is going to score some points in this game. I really see this as a bloodbath. Well, I could be wrong, but I don't. The matchups don't look good.
No, not at all. Not at all. But, yeah, and I mean, these guys that they face, like, come on, man. The Giants, a 4-12 record. Like, they haven't faced anybody good.
Josh had to come from behind to beat Detroit. Oh, okay. What does that take?
Yeah, they did. Well, the refs helped them on that game.
See? Washington Redskins.
So I'm not worried about
I got to
it.
find out the score. Anyway, Rick, we got to go, though. Let me talk to you tomorrow, and we'll laugh some more. Because I'm going to keep laughing about this game.
All right, Ronbo.
All right, Phil.
Okay.
Josh,
keep
I'm
it
sorry.
Legendary. Oh, no,
Yes.
you're good. You keep it legendary, and Trent Baalke wants to tell you and the faithfuls to keep it legendary.
Yeah.
And the Packers have no chance.
Trent, we might be able to get you a job next year with the 49ers because you can stay out there and scout. We'll trust you that. You're pretty good at that. All right.
All right, Ronbo.
Night, Josh. Because you actually think about it, Trent Baalke's not an awful scout. Now, he can't GM, but I don't know. Shalio!
What's up, Rumbo? How are you?
Shalio, I am feeling not only legendary now, George Kittle has added also fabulous. So it's legendary and fabulous. Oh, but Shalio, and you are feeling...
Hot Boys University.
I know, right? I got to remember that. Hot Boys University. I couldn't understand what he was saying. I'm glad it's been cleared up. Well, Shalio, what are you thinking here today? You've got Richard Sherman. Are we going to make him shadow the almighty Davante, or we're just going to kick back and play our defense as it is?
We're just going to kick back and say, how about them cowgirls? How about them Seahawks? How about them Lambs? And how about them Oakland Traitors?
Oh, God. Well, hey, you know what I think? Are we going to get to play the Cowboys next year? I hope so. We're out of strength now because the Cowboys beat us up for how many years in a row? I'd love to play the Cowboys now.
We need that revenge game, Robo.
Yes, we do.
We need that revenge game.
And everybody's saying, well, they got a different coach now. We better be careful. Why? They still got Dak. I give Zeke all the credit in the world, but Dak, I don't know about Dak. Yeah, I'd say he might be running behind that offensive line that's really good, but I don't know about Dak. Yeah. But anyway, Shalil, the plan, are we going to keep Richard where he is, or are you going to take measures to make sure that Aaron Rodgers is only with nothing but Aaron Jones and space? He can't throw the ball.
His only target is Aaron Jones.
You mean Davante?
Davante Adams.
Yeah, that's what I
there we go, Davante Adams. That's his only target. I mean,
Graham
Jimmy Graham, he was using him a lot last week in the playoff game against the Seahawks.
But Jimmy probably begged for him to throw the ball to him.
He only made like one good play. He's washed up.
He doesn't. That's what he's been doing. That's why the Hawks got rid of him. So I just don't see it. And meanwhile, look what they have to deal with on defense. Look at that array of weapons the 49ers have. How are they going to do? I just don't see this being a game.
Aaron Rodgers might need a therapist after the game.
Oh, man.
They were just singing Bang Bang Niner Gang when they won.
I know. As he's laying on that sofa.
Speaking of funnies, Rumbo, we in LSU's locker room, Odell is slapping security in the ass.
Was he really?
Yeah, he slapped security in the ass. That's why he got that warrant.
And also, I understand Odell was just throwing money around like it was like, and now there's, I guess, NC2A people are saying, You know what? Anybody who collected that money, we've got to see them. What? They've got some real strict rules for collegiates. They really do.
And AB is just still crying. So thank God we didn't get him. We didn't get those two, and I don't want them. We have a great team.
We do.
Full of great receivers.
Great chemistry.
We need to get team guys next year. We need to get maybe one more receiver, but that's a team player. We don't need these crybabies that always want the fucking ball.
Shalil, you got two guys coming back though. You got Trent Taylor.
We do.
Remember, Trent Taylor was having the best camp of anybody last season, and also
You know what?
Jalen Hurd
Rumbo?
coming. Yep.
Trent Taylor's supposed to be our Julian Edelman.
You know what I'm saying?
If he's healthy, that's our Edelman right there.
Then look out, and you got Jalen Hurd. We don't know what we got in Jalen Hurd. Debo Samuel's already demonstrated
Jalen Hurd
he has
too.
got a huge future coming. So, I don't know if the 49ers are going to really go after wide receiver. I can't imagine what they're going to do with their draft, though.
I don't think we need a receiver, actually. Yeah,
No,
you're
we
right,
don't.
Rumbo. I
They
don't
don't.
think we need a receiver. We're stacked, and that's how we're going to keep this team. I love what they invented here. It's great. This is how we should keep our team. No people slapping, no players slapping people in the ass.
You like that part, don't you? It's your deal. We got to go.
Yeah. Odell slaps security in the ass. Yeah, we don't need that here. None of that.
Make note of that. No ass slapping. All right, Jay. Chanel, I got to go. I'll see you tomorrow, okay?
Shout out to the Niner Empire. Thank you for the platform, Rumbo. And
Thanks,
F the Seahawks, F the Lambs, F the Cowgirls, and the Raiders. I'm out.
Especially them. Night, fam.
Night.
Oh, God. You know what? We can't even hate the Raiders anymore. They're not rolling around wearing those silly shirts and things and saying it's like, Raider Nation, baby. What? What? Hey, Erico 408, sup? 408 could be San Jose. 408 used to be like Salinas, the Salinas area code. I don't know how. I still don't know why it moved. Bethel.
Hey, Rumble.
Bethel, come on in, man, and let's. Are we looking at a defense that we need to make any changes? The more I think about it, I don't know that the 49ers really need to make Richard Sherman do anything more than what he does every Sunday. Just take care of your side of the field. And that means Aaron Rodgers only has one side of the field he can throw on. He's got one receiver he can depend on. Bethel, help me understand why I might be overestimating the 49ers and underestimating the Green Bay Packers. I don't think they have a prayer. What do you think?
Okay, I'm gonna give you a good reason right here.
All right.
We just set the record in the defense for only allowing 147 on the playoffs, and that's only because Akella Westbourne, messed up and gave up a touchdown, gave us some plays.
Mm-hmm.
If it wasn't for that, we probably would have set a better record.
Given shut all the way down.
Yeah. So if we did that to a team that has the two best wide receivers
and a tight end that's dangerous, Rudolph.
A tight end and a best running back in the best league, what you think that they're gonna do to the Packers that only have one good wide receiver, one good running back that we shut out the last time. So, there's no way our defense.
Right? Where's the firepower coming from? How are you going to do?
Yeah.
I just don't see it.
So, our defense is ready. And plus, our defense is more hungrier than their defense.
Not only that, they're probably, and being at home and everything, it's just a more comfortable situation to begin with. He's going to travel all the way. Aaron Rodgers and his guys, they don't like to travel out to the West Coast. They've been killed, Bethel. They went to Nick's brother's house, and Joey ran them out of SoCal. And they're going to come to Northern
Yeah.
Cal, and we beat them up. And now here they come again, and then all of a sudden they're going to morph into this tough team. Packers are back. No, you're not.
We beat them up so bad that LaFleur family is not gonna go to the game. Last time they showed up in the game. This time they're not even gonna go to the game. That's
They don't
how
want to hear all that
embarrassed
noise.
they are. Yeah.
Hey, Beth, I'm going to tell you right now, 49ers go into the halftime. 49ers are leading 27-3, and it might not be 3 had it not been for the 49ers actually missing an assignment on one play. But 27-3 as we go into the half. The 49ers will be receiving the ball, and we start the third quarter. I'm going to say, you know what? I told everybody last week, what do the Packers have to offer that's going to be scaring anybody? They can't beat us defensively. They can't defend against the 49ers.
No.
What are they going to do against us offensively? Look at that defense.
No.
Look at Aaron's face. What does that tell you? He's not going to get anything done today. I just don't see it.
No, and the funny thing is that right receiver that they have, that's number one right receiver,
Devante.
said that, yeah, he goes, hey, look at what we did, to the, Seahawks defense, and they have the same defense as the Niners. I'm all
He
like,
said that.
No, we don't.
Devante.
You're tripping, boy.
You shouldn't have said
You're
that.
tripping.
Oh,
I'm all
that's
like,
the kind of. Oh no.
I'm all like, oh, you're wrong.
Is he
I'm
going
all
to
like,
be surprised?
You can't compare our defense to their defense. Nah, you're wrong.
Well, he can, and I'm glad he did. I hope our guys found out about that. They ain't going to care because these guys are focused.
The other funny thing is that Diggs, when he got that touchdown, he threw the football into the stands. Where do I hear him getting fined
right.
for throwing the football?
Yeah, I
You don't
forgot
ever
to
hear
ask
it.
about that, too. I'm going to go look it up, too. Hey, anybody in the chat, look up and see if Diggs was fined for that. I don't know why they decided to put Jimmy on blast. Because football players, they do that every week. Why'd you have to put Jimmy up and let everybody know, we fined his ass. He's going to play us $7,000 for that ball.
Yeah.
Really?
So, it's, and then plus, right now, our McGlinchey, Bailey, they're all pissed off because they're hearing Aaron Rodgers, the pro, Aaron Rodgers this, Aaron Rodgers. Jimmy G doesn't have the big thing of Aaron Rodgers, so they're pissed, and they're gonna protect Jimmy. And Jimmy, he's all like, hey, I don't mind that. I don't listen to that. I play my game, and let's go.
He's a professional.
Yeah.
Beth, we're going to go. I'm going to see you tomorrow. No telling what develops. I want to hear some more smack talk coming out of these camps. That's going to be funny. But let's see you tomorrow,
and
Beth.
then plus, we don't have if we go to the Super Bowl and we go, we're gonna get a lot of money. Either win or lose, you get a lot of money.
Oh yeah,
and that's how we're gonna pay our guys to keep a lot of our guys because the Rams, when they lost by they only got 3 points. A lot of the money they used it the wrong way. They used it to play girly. They used it to play golf. But we're gonna be smarter than that. We're gonna pay every guy.
We really got to go. It's late. There's a couple more people
All
waiting. So I'm going to see you tomorrow, okay?
All right, no problem.
All right,
Good
man.
show, like always, Ronbo, and keep up the good work. And
Thanks,
let's go
Bevel.
for the 6th Super Bowl, baby.
I'm
Let's
telling
go.
you, it's time. Night, Bevel.
All right, good night, Ronbo.
And hey, John V. Hey, John, thanks, John. Really appreciate you, fam. Love the contributions. And John does say, outside of our Niners, I do feel the LSU victory was overshadowed by OBJ's nonsense. I heard about OBJ, but apparently there was a lot of antics. I didn't know about the ass slapping. He says, I agree that was no place to sell your brand. Take those cash gifts to the locker room and celebrate in private. And and the league is looking into that. I mean, the NC2A is looking into that and wondering, what? So, apparently OBJ, this is why the 49ers, everybody in the office saying, okay, he's a good football player, but I think we can do without all that drama. Implies we got a lot of great wide receivers. We don't need I like Emmanuel Sanders. If the 49ers go to the Super Bowl with Emmanuel Sanders, I ain't about to support getting rid of him. Hey, Jesus!
What's up, Ronbo?
Hey, Seuss, winning, and getting ready to get number 6.
Of course, man. You know, it's the quest for 6. You know, I want to give a couple shout outs real quick to my
Go
brother
ahead.
Truck Attack. You know, to my boy Josh One, to my boy J Run. You know what I'm saying, and the rest of the faithful in the group chat.
You got.
You
I'm gonna
know-
call you guys the red and gold warriors of the chat, man. Because you guys deal with some serious. I see them dudes rolling up in here. I be talking major smack because they're already out of the playoffs. So here they come, talking trash. No shame.
I know, right? Even though it took Seattle to win the Super Bowl 40+ years, right? You know,
I know, right?
And,
That's
and,
the thing.
And here they come. You know, the Seahawks train is trying to diss you, Ronbo,
Yeah.
and I'm over here clowning
I
on
see
them.
him. I pay him no mind because I got as many
Yeah.
rings. I got as many rings as they do. See what I'm saying? So I always laugh. You know, y'all.
Yeah.
Woo!
You know,
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
God. But
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? Me, I don't even like the Seattle Seahawks. You know what I'm saying? I think their fan base is just full of trash bags anyway.
Yeah,
Whole bunch
yeah.
of fake ass fans anyway.
and filled up bags.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I honestly think they're just as hypocritical as the Raider fans. Honestly.
Yeah, you know, they went to the. Here's the bad thing about the Seahawks. You got to feel sorry for. They do well. They're a regular season team, right? Every year they get all the way to the regular season. They get into the playoffs. They either get excused in the first or second round, right? There ain't gonna be no finals for them. And then they lose their draft picks every year. So now they got to pick in the late 20s. If you're not gonna win it all, just stay the hell out the way.
You know. My brother said that they didn't beat no one this year except us, and they got lucky out that because it's hella true that kicker fucking.
And you know it. You know it. If Robbie Gould was there, it's a Seahawks sweep. We beat them twice. So you know. And the ref still
most definitely. We're not probably even would have not even gone to overtime.
Yeah, no.
You know what I'm saying?
No. He missed in regulation, I think, right?
No, he missed it in overtime.
He did miss in overtime. Ah, shucks.
Left.
Yeah.
It was perfect up until that moment.
But keep in mind, too,
You know,
there was no George Kittle. There was no Emmanuel Sanders. Debo hadn't come into his own just yet. So, you know, they still got to wait. That's fine. It's history. We'll see them next year.
It's good. You know what? Hey, you know what? It's good. You know, I like the way how the outcome of the season went. You know, I'm not even tripping off that no more. I'm not tripping off the Falcons game no more anyway. You know what I'm saying? First seed, you know, it's good. You know, people are still saying that we ain't beat nobody.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? It's good. You know, I ain't even tripping. After when we beat the Saints, people started talking about us, and then we lose to the Falcons. You know, here comes the haters. But you know what? It's all good, you know, because all I know, I have a feeling that we're going to go to the Super Bowl. If they rig it in the Packers' favor, I'm probably done with the NFL at this point.
Yeah, because they'll have
You know,
cheated their way in, you know. There ain't no way.
You know what I'm saying? I won't watch another down of football. If they want Patrick Mahomes and Aaron Rodgers, Aaron Rodgers, I'm not going to lie, I don't like Aaron Rodgers. A lot of people are going to be like, yeah, but he's raw. I'm not saying I hate his talent. I give respect to his talent. But I'm not going to lie, he was behind a good team. He was behind Brett Favre's team when he won that Super Bowl.
You know,
I'm biased.
yeah.
I'm biased when it comes down to him hating the 49ers. I'm like, yo,
yeah,
you should be happy. If you would have been our quarterback, you would have had to deal with those bad years under Mike Nolan, Mike Singletary.
Yeah. And there's no telling what would have happened to him.
You know,
so he's in the best situation.
Exactly.
He should be happy.
He probably would have been out of the league. Who knows? It probably would have been the whole same situation.
I like that.
With Alex Smith. I believe it would have been the whole
Broke his leg.
the same situation as Alex Smith.
Oh, God. Hey, so,
If they would have drafted Alex Smith, we would have been like, oh, fuck, we should have drafted Alex Smith.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I believe in that whole thing. You know, we didn't have – I'm not going to lie, you know.
Actually, he has no reason to be mad. Tom Brady should be the one that's all pissed off. Tom Brady's career goes back farther than his, so we passed on him. So, you know, Aaron can stop talking about that. Jesus.
Everyone passed on Tom Brady, though.
I know.
The Patriots.
That's what I'm saying. So, but Jesus, let me see you tomorrow. Get some time, all right?
Oh, it's good. When are you going to start the live stream?
That's not, Sunday, right? You talking about the playoff game?
Tomorrow's Friday.
Yeah, because we're going to continue to talk trash between tomorrow, and
That's
Saturday,
good.
and then Sunday. Yeah, we get
That's
scores
good.
on Saturday. All right. All right, man.
Oh, it's good. Hey, can I get a Niners? I'm not gonna do it because I don't do it as good as you.
Oh, hey, well, I can help you with that. Let me get a sip of gold juice.
Ooh. Keep going.
You know, I got a feeling I might be able to do that for half
It's
an
good,
hour.
man. Much love, Ronbo.
Hey, man.
Much love, dog.
Take care of that
Hey,
chicken.
That's right. Hey, Carlos.
Rombo! Hey, Rombo, let me tell you this.
Please.
Remember the last time I told you about... You hear me?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know how the cycle of events, happened with the 49ers organization?
Yeah.
With Super Bowls being held there, obviously this year, and the Niners won 2 Super Bowls there, and the quarterbacks.
Oh, Miami.
Obviously Joe Montana and Steve Young, and now Jimmy Garoppolo, they all had odd numbers, 16, 8, and now number 10. And now that we have, it was famous too in that last Super Bowl. We picked up Deion Sanders, and that famous pickup was with Richard Sherman.
Right.
And obviously we know with the coaches, with Kyle's dad and now Kyle
And now I
leading
see
the
a
reign.
lot of. I know it's freaky. There's more. Did
Yeah,
you read that whole chart?
There could be a lot more. I'm just missing a lot, but those are like the main ones. But
It's real scary, man. I read that.
probably a
It
lot more if you
freaked
know.
me out, actually. I said, wow, look at all these things. Miami, Mike Shanahan was the coach. Now his son's the coach. Some of the other things you just mentioned, I said, man, that's freaky. Whoa.
Yeah, it's a little scary.
Yes.
It's just a
'Cause,
coincidence, It's
Yeah,
all
how do things
happening.
like come around like that? So, yeah, looking forward to it. But hey,
Yeah, I mean,
look,
I don't think we should. Yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
I mean, I was just gonna say, I don't think we should really worry about the Packers, because they already know what's coming, and they definitely know. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. I keep looking at the game, and we shouldn't be getting cocky and overconfident, but I'm trying to understand how are the Packers going to deal with the 49ers? They don't do well coming to the West Coast, number one. Aaron just can't play out here, right? He got killed by Nick and Joey this year. And the 49ers are stronger, way stronger now than they were when they beat him up the first time. So I'm trying to understand, man, y'all talking about a close game? How come? So I just don't believe it. So I can't wait.
Yeah, but you just can't play out here. Hopefully, we continue that. That same thing that's make him play like crap out here in the West Coast, and just finish it off in the championship game.
So
that'll be tight. That'd be pretty cool if they, if we picked up both his brothers. that'd be something.
They keep, well, I think it was just a fun thing they talked about, but man, don't let them pick up Joey and Nick. Good Lord.
I don't think it'll happen because they both wear 97, so
I know, right?
I think one of them's
got to give it up. Well, we just have two 97s.
Can you do that?
We're special. We're the Niners. But I'm telling you right now, hey, Richard Sherman, the question tonight was, do we need to move Richard Sherman in order to deal with Davante Adams? Or are we just that good? We don't need to be moving him nowhere.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think we should move him. We're pretty set where we're all at right now. Especially Mosley, man. I think Mosley, man, that dude's coming to work, man.
And especially
pulling it down for us.
I tell you, man, I think he gets worked up in these situations too. You see that look on his face when he's out there? Dude looks mean, man. I like that.
Yeah. Dude, the hot boys, man.
I know, right?
Dude, I'm telling you. See, once, Quan gets all of them guys rattled up, man, they get all pumped up. And see, I just like seeing all that energy. It's just a lot of chemistry going on with this team. It's just, I mean, we're right on the, doorstep of the Super Bowl. And man, it's just, I think this team is perfect to, win it all.
Yeah, they're designed for it. Now, when you've got Kyle Shanahan calling the shots out there on offense, that's going to be a tough team to beat. And you give Kyle Shanahan and his offense getting better a defense? Oh, my God. Hey, Carlos, we're going to go, man. I'm going to see you I'm going to see you tomorrow if you get some time, huh?
All right, Ronbo, let me just say this last thing. Just all the Niner fans, Niner Empire that's going to that game, just be super, super freaking loud.
Oh, man.
All right? You got
Set
to be
another
intimidating.
record.
You got to be, intimidate this freaking Packers team.
There you
All
go.
right?
There you go.
All right.
Thanks, fam.
All right,
See you
Ronbo.
tonight. See you later.
All right, good night.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
See, we got to start singing pretty soon. I'm going to Miami. Bienvenidos a Miami. Hey, Jorge.
Hello?
Jorge. Come
Hello?
on in, man. Hey, I can hear you.
You can hear me? What's happening, Ronbo? I got someone that felt like staying up a little bit just to say hi to you.
Thanks, Jorge. Oh, it's Chloe. How you guys doing?
Good.
God, good to hear that. So, are you ready?
I told you we were gonna win.
I know you did. Chloe called it last week. She knew. I was actually a little
We're gonna
worried.
win again.
There it is, the kiss of death for the Packers are dead meat. Now, if Chloe says you're gonna lose, you're gonna lose. Good night, Packers. See you next year. Hey, and Chloe.
Bye.
Bye, Chloe.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you, is Aaron Rodgers going to start crying right on the field?
Yeah.
I knew she was going to say that. That's why I asked. Hi, Chloe. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Okay.
Hey.
Oh, God. Yes.
Ronbo.
You.
Oh, my God. Check this out, right? So I've been noticing this is a real critical moment where the Raider fans have been feeling real sensitive right now. Want to know why? Because we're on the verge of hitting the Super Bowl after a playoff win, and they just finished playing their last game that's going to catapult them to Las Vegas. And they feel that right now. And I walk by some fans, they kind of like, they real quiet right about now.
They do. And Jorge, you should ask him, hey, you want to sell that Raider jersey? I'll give you $2. I'll give you $2 for it right now. I got some friends I want to use it as a gag. I can see the face they give you. Hey, man, what's your problem, man? I'm just playing, man. Come on, man. Y'all, why do y'all get so upset? You know, I see what happened to you. I feel bad about it.
Don't worry, it's just football, man.
Start teasing Raider fans. Because they've been bothering us for years. Remember they had a little run? I mean, I couldn't even open up my social media. Raider fans waiting on me. God. So glad that's over.
God. They on hush right now.
That's good.
What's going
Love
on,
it.
guys?
That's such a beautiful thing. Cowboys are next. I just hope we get to play the Cowboys next year. Yes, indeed. Boy.
Yeah.
Because, Jorge,
we're going to bang that star up.
We could play anybody now,
Oh,
right?
we are.
That's the good thing.
We are so close.
Yes. And remember, we look at the
so
schedule.
Close, it's got to go down.
Oh, God.
I feel this blood in the water now. That's it.
That's it.
That is it.
That's it.
That's
and
it.
We got the horses to
just
get
like
it
you,
done.
I heard you talk about it earlier, man. We got to have it. That's it. Now we got to have it. That's it.
You know what? They've come too far. We cannot do like the Rams and embarrass ourselves in the Super Bowl. So you're right.
They wouldn't. They wouldn't even embarrass themselves, even if it went that way. First of all, because we just too stout and we got too much skills. And if you look all around the board, the players
they're not all gonna lay an egg like that. They just won't. They're too prepared. They got veterans in their ear. You know what I mean? And even if we did make a call and did call Belichick ourselves, if we even did that, you know, we have connections. You know what I mean? I don't even think we're gonna make a big spectacle of it. You know what I mean? Spectacle of it, because we would probably call on the low and say, you know, just get a real quick point or something like. Other than that, I think Shanahan got it on his own anyway. You know what I mean? So I think he's straight.
I don't see what they have. They can't. There's nothing they could do with the Niners. They can't stop us with their defense. They can't move on. They can't move on our defense. I see this game being quickly decided. But everybody said, well, the 49ers may have a problem. No, what problem? So
even though we know it's going to be beautiful, it's going to feel beautiful because here we are, tick, tick, tick. The days are coming up to the game, and I know everyone is feeling it. Everyone's excited. But could you imagine when all the clock hits all the zeros and we're going to the Super Bowl? That is a beautiful feeling.
And it's coming
we'll
too.
One game
soon.
away.
There you go. We go corn
I
crazy.
already know.
Jorge,
we're
man.
going to be crazy. I know you're going to be excited. All the fans excited.
I know it's going to be.
Oh, my God.
I don't know if I'll be able to calm down for days. Jorge, good to hear from you, fam. You and Chloe. See, let me see y'all tomorrow if you get a chance.
We will. Ooh la
Right.
la!
Ah, yes. Ooh la la,
Ooh la
la la. Ooh la la.
Ooh la la.
Hey, we get to add the ooh la la. Yeah. Miami, South Beach, bringing in the heat. Dun, 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 dun. You gotta learn that song really well between now and Super Bowl Sunday. Bienvenidos a Miami.
Oh, my man, I'm the boy. You know them songs. I know you be recording like you just review them songs all the time. I'll be like,
Tell you, man,
man.
you gotta. Some of these songs are perfect for our situation. All right, I'm gonna see you tomorrow, fam. Good night,
Next
Chloe.
caller up. We love y'all. We love all the fam. We love you, podcast everybody, man. You're a Niner fan. We love y'all, man.
There
Never
it
see us,
is.
holla at us.
We love you back, Jorge.
Good night,
You and Chloe. Y'all have a
Good
good
night,
night. Good night, Chloe. Woo. Dun, dun. Y'all feel the heat. Bun, bun. Hey, fam, I'm going to tell you what, I'll be back tomorrow, man, because this is so much fun, man. We've not had this kind of opportunity. We've suffered pain and suffering for years and years and years. And now look at us. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow, fam. Hit that like, fam. Have a great night. And think about, dun, dun, going to Miami. A Niner! I forgot about my gold juice. It's sort of lax. Hawks fans, y'all can come along with us. You can ride in the back. Niners! Bienvenidos a Miami.